What is up, guys? I do apologize that we started a bit late, 30 minutes late. A big yikes on my part. Jigga is, I don't know, somewhere. Could be sleeping, could be anywhere. I have no idea. But yeah, we are mega late. Jigga might show up, he might not. Who knows? I have no idea at this point in time. I do want to thank him for hosting the podcast along with Talati's help along with the cast. That was a good podcast. I listened to it throughout the time I was in the car, so it was really really good. I very much enjoyed it, and we got a couple of topics to of course talk about. Not a lot of gaming topics that I find like it's just crazy that there's not much. I do want to go with like the lowest topics to talk about in terms of gaming news. Rage, I believe, is out. I think so, and
Yeah.
the reviews have come up, and it's at a 73 on Metacritic, which I find. I don't know if I find crazy. I mean, personally, I know a lot of people are hyping up this game, and I have no idea how I was gonna react to this game. It looks more like I don't know, like Doom mixed with like the original Rage. That's what I've always gotten from a lot of gameplay demos and the trailers. It's very stylized. I felt like this Rage was more stylized than the original Rage. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
like kind of like Mad Max, basically.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the sales are going to be for this game. From this Metacritic score is like it's a 73. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to sell as much as Days Gone.
No.
I really don't know
That's
where
because it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. This might be a flop for Bethesda. To be completely honest, I have no idea.
I don't know what their sales expectations are, but I pre-ordered it. I'm not playing it currently, but I definitely want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've heard from reviews, from the trusted reviews I listen to, it seems like it's a fucking fun ass game.
Yeah.
So that's really all I'm looking for is just a shit ton of fun. Yeah.
No, I feel that. I haven't read the actual reviews. I just saw the score, so I was just like, wow, that's kind of low.
Yeah,
Lower than I expected for some reason. I don't know what the gripes were from the reviewers because I haven't read the reviews yet.
It has like some bug problems and like story isn't that much present, and the game is only like the main story can be beaten in like 11 hours. So
11 hours.
Yeah, it's not that long. Yeah,
I was expecting like
longer at least.
Longer campaign, but
yeah, since it's an open world game, yeah. But as long it's a fun amount of time, it's fine.
I feel them. Claudia, what do you think about the review score? And did I guess you expect this review from Rage 2 or no?
No, I was expecting it because I'm not much into Rage 2, and like I saw like Collider's review and I had to agree with what Collider was saying, which was reviewed by Caboose, and to be a shout out goes out to him. But like yeah, I don't expect this game to be big success, like massive success compared to like other games, like Borderlands as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not Borderlands.
It's not like Borderlands whatsoever. So
yeah, I feel that. And I guess now we could go to actually an opinion topic, and I was going at it with somebody. I'm not going to name names on somebody's Discord. It was regarding Zelda Breath of the Wild, and that game, when thinking about it critically and talking about said game, I was like, the game wasn't like, I'm not going to say it was bad, but I also don't think it was good. You know?
That game is definitely not worth what it's on Metacritic. That's a fucking lie. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, some people do say like Nintendo do get like a fucking like a pat on the back. I feel like they do in certain franchises, like Zelda. I feel like this game is very. It
I
has
think it
good.
should have been like in the 80s
It has
or
good elements, but it
70s,
definitely is not worth like a
97, 96 or something like that, right?
yeah, and it gets that from people giving it multiple 10 out of 10s, and I don't understand how you can give that game a 10 out of 10. That game has barely any story. Like it's a chore. After a while, it becomes a chore to travel. Like, to be honest, it
Yeah,
becomes a chore because you're climbing, you're running out of stamina. In the beginning, it's all fun and games, except for the stamina bar in the beginning because it fucking sucks because you have to level it up first. But like I felt like the entire game, I'm trying to just complete something. All I was doing was just grinding for hearts and then grinding for stamina. That's all I felt like I was actually doing. I wasn't doing anything meaningful.
yeah.
I was just going to shrine after shrine, just doing what I had to do in order to be able to fight the last boss.
And the bosses weren't even like good, like in terms
No,
of difficulty wise. Like I never really died. I
no.
didn't die to these bosses, and I didn't find any difficulty. I didn't feel like I had to change like my play style for any of these bosses really. And the story, just like you said, like the
It was
characters,
almost non-existent.
it was non-existent, and they were trying to make you feel for these champions, but I could care less about these champions.
Yeah.
When they wrote them, it's like, oh, you gotta feel sad. And this person that liked Link a lot, there was, I think it was the,
I think it was
it
the
was,
water
it was a
person.
water woman
Water, yeah.
that really liked Link, but you know, Link fucking loves Zelda and shit like that. So,
Yeah.
so it's like one of those like anime tropes right there. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then the side quests. The side quests aren't good.
I did like 3 of them, Max. They were uninteresting.
They felt to me very fetch quests.
Yeah.
Like I was playing or World of Warcraft or Dragon Age Inquisition side quests, because Inquisition side quests are shit. They're legit fetch quests, and I've always complained about this weapon durability system. For me, I did not
Absolute
like.
trash.
Like
It was
my thing is,
absolute trash. Yeah.
like if you want to change up the playstyles, fine, if that's your intention, but don't let the fucking weapon break so damn fast. You know, like change how it breaks, or give the option for people to repair their weapons and stuff like that. But they have to gather materials and all that.
Yeah, like the game, you can like they were trying to be realistic with the game. I understand that. But like there's oh shit. Well, there's a difference between like realism and just like fucking ultra realism. Like weapons don't break that fast.
Yeah.
A metal sword would not break that fast. Like you have like 2 encounters with that sword and it's already on red health. Like I don't understand. Like there's some aspects of the realism that I found actually really intriguing. Like, oh, you can't have metal on when there's a lightning storm. I thought that was that shit like that. I really like that attention to detail.
Agreed.
I think it's cool, but it doesn't hurt the game. You can still progress and still like do stuff if you have the right equipment.
Yeah.
But like you don't have a weapon that doesn't break. Like so it's like what the fuck? You may have a favorite weapon and you won't even have it for that long. So it's like
yeah, and like another issue is like the hyper realism when it's raining and climbing rocks. I'm just like, oh
yep.
no,
Slipping every 2 seconds.
Or like it'll start raining when I'm almost near the top, and then I get fucking pissed. And it's not like a good pissed off. It's like I'm
like I don't want to play this game right now. This is stupid.
Yeah, and the only thing I give props to is like the shrine, how beautiful the open world is, and the physics.
The physics, yeah.
And that really, and the combat is like good, like it's good / decent. It's just the weapon durability system just annoys the shit out of me for it.
Yeah.
So that's like for me, terrible side quests, bad story, unmemorable characters. When people say like this is the excuse that Zelda never had good bosses. So we're gonna excuse every single time when the bosses aren't good. We're gonna excuse every freaking time when the story isn't good, even though they had a story trailer when they first showed it off on the Nintendo Switch. They had a story trailer, and when I was watching that shit, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this looks like it's gonna have an amazing story."
Yeah.
And when I play it, I was like, "What the fuck? It
Non-existent.
doesn't have a good story." I couldn't care less what happened.
I feel like people give the game way too many pat on the backs because of the physics in the open world. Cool. Yeah. Like, but that shouldn't be all that the game has. It doesn't have a compelling story. It doesn't have interesting side content. Like, the weapon durability system sucks. Like, come on now. Like, how did it get so many 10 out of 10s? I feel like it's just like people like, oh, Nintendo did one thing really well, 10 out of 10. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. And Burrow made a good point. If the bosses aren't good, shouldn't it get better in future releases then? Exactly. It should. But for some apparent reason, certain franchises, right, that gets the pass. And I don't like conspiracy theories and shit like that. But to me, it seems like mainline Zelda games get really, really good scores. But when it comes to like spin-offs, they get like really bad scores. You know what I mean? Like the main entry like always gets the high scores, and
even if it's like mediocre.
I mean, I feel Breath of the Wild is
same.
I don't want to say
the only thing I can give it is an 8. Like I don't understand how people give it like
7.5, 8, maybe 7. It's like it depends. Like I need to replay it to like really, people
give
that score.
Like you notice how like people harped on Red Dead Redemption after its release, after its release and like the game scores after a while. That's exactly how I feel for a Zelda, but people just don't feel the same. Like it has significant problems that you can point out, but people are like, "Yo, it's still a 10 out of 10." It's like how?
Zelda. I don't know. Like the same thing with Red Dead. Like I enjoyed the story. Some people didn't. I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2 story. I just did not like the gunplay because of how like the latency issue there was and input lag, which really detracted everything. And the side quests are slightly better than Zelda, but aren't good still. So it's like for me, I give like that shit like 8.5.
Yeah, I feel like I feel the same way. Red Dead Redemption is like the strongest 8.5 I can possibly give. That's it. That's all I can give it.
I'm hoping freaking PC they fix the input lag and the aiming, then I'll bump up it to like a 9 or something like that. Because you can't fix the side content. It is what it is.
And I don't think they're gonna fix how like the terrible fast travel system either. Like that's a significant problem. That pads out the game. Yeah. Speaking of padding, Chapter 4 was complete padding.
Yeah, that's true. Was it the Guarma? Was it
Guarma? Yeah.
I didn't think that was needed either. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess Talati, what did you think about Zelda Breath of the Wild? Do you think it was ever overhyped or anything like that?
I have no clue, like no idea, like what to say about this game. So,
that's
like you didn't play it.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Switch.
Oh, okay. That's
because I thought it's like streamer friends of yours have played it. Maybe that's why I was asking.
No, none of my streamer friends played it.
Now I'll have to say, along with Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey. I don't understand how the fuck that game is that highly rated. Like that's highway robbery that these people gave that game a fucking 10 out of 10. I don't see I legitimately have no clue how.
Yeah.
There's no conceivable clue how that game is a 10 out of 10. It's a mechanically sound Mario game. Cool. Most Mario games are mechanically sound. Like what is there to praise there? Like cool, the platforming is good. That's how most Mario games have been.
Yeah.
The game the series is 30 years old. Like what else do you expect?
Yeah.
You're still praising that? Like
the innovations for Mario Odyssey aren't that substantial, I feel. For me. I played Mario Odyssey.
Same.
And it's a pretty game.
It
It's like the gameplay is good slash solid. It's just
It's solid, but
but it doesn't do anything new. It really doesn't.
yeah, and like Cappy or whatever, like the hat, cool. You add one new feature into the game. That doesn't make it a 10 out of 10. One new innovation, it makes it the game a 10 out of 10. I honestly don't know. I just feel like Nintendo games, certain Nintendo franchises, not all of them, but certain Nintendo franchises, they get fucking graded for nothing. They do absolutely nothing, and they just get graded high. I don't know.
Exactly. I guess we could go quickly talk about Days Gone because it's doing strong numbers, and I don't know if it'll beat Horizon Zero Dawn, or it might be like the second best new IP for Sony, something like that. It seems like, because it's outsold God of War and a couple other games in Japan, which is like a big hit in Japan, and even all the other countries like Europe, it was like #1, but in the United States it's #2. But that was with digital downloads for the PS4 store. So I guess to say that it's doing crazy numbers. It does seem like a sequel is very inevitable for it, especially with what they set up with the ending. I played the game. I beat the game. I was gonna cancel the pre-order for that game, but then I just got lazy, and I was at Best Buy. They called me, and I was like, whatever, I'll grab it. Biggest. Okay, what can I say? Is this game trash? Is this game good? I don't think the game's trash, and I don't think the game's good. So I'm in the medium boat where I give the game like legit a 7. And reason why I give the game a 7 and not like a 7.5 is because of the freaking frame rates. The fucking frame rate.
You played on a base?
No, I played on the Pro. I played on the damn Pro, and the frame rates were. It's funny because at camps, like one of the camps, I won't say what camp it is, but my frame rate takes a massive hit. And when I mean hit, it's like at 5 frames. And I'm like, good freaking word.
Trash.
But when the horde is there, when
it's fucking 30.
30, I'm like, huh?
That's what everyone has been saying. That's so sad.
I'm confused. You can get all that enemies on screen, but if I get into a camp, my frames are like single digits. That's crazy. That's insane. What else do I don't like the side content of the game. It very much is a Ubisoft-esque side quest game. I didn't like it. I thought it was very repetitive, very bland, very boring. The story has pacing issues. It picks up, I would say, after you unlock like the second part of the map. That's when I thought the story was getting good. What else? I'm trying to think, because I'm not going to spoil anything in it. Yeah, there's a couple secret endings in it, set up the sequel. Gunplay, not the best and not the worst. It's average, the gunplay, I feel. I had a problem with the bike handling in the beginning of the game, but towards the ending with all the upgrades, the bike feels smooth. So I don't know if they did that shit on purpose to make like the bike feel good after all the upgrades, which I feel like it seems like that's the case.
They did it for progression's sake.
Yeah, for progression's sake, to make it feel good, and upgrading your fuel. Because when you start off with the bike, your fuel is fucking tiny. So you gotta like always get more fuel and all that. What else can I say? The characters, there were some characters I really liked. There were some characters I thought were not good, and some are just pointless. But it's like, it has a good foundation for a better sequel. But at this point, with the glitches, I did for some, like, you see the glitch where a freaking car disappears when you're like,
I've seen
that's happened to me. That's happened to me where I legit am driving and I don't see the car, and the car just pops in, and I fucking just straight up die.
Have you gotten the glitch where you just drive into something on the road, like a visible car, and die?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like a car just pops in, like just at the last minute, at the last damn minute. I'm like, oh my word! It's like, come on now, I'm dying because of this. I'm dying because of this. That's insane.
And the game got like 6 patches, and within like
Oh yeah,
the
the game
first 2 weeks or something,
got a lot of patches. Got a lot of patches. So
nothing's changed.
yeah, but I would give it a 7, 7.5. I don't know. Yeah, probably a 7 right now, unless they fix all this problems with the glitches and stuff like that. I just thought the story was, I thought it was good when you unlock the second part of the map.
Just good.
It's just good, you know. At
Okay.
the second part, it's just the story has pacing issues in like I guess you say first half. That's just me though.
I only played like an hour of it, so I'm not that far in. I'm not. I don't. I got it for free, but I don't. I don't know if I'm even gonna finish it. To be honest with you,
Well,
I'm not.
understandable.
I guess I'm not just not in the mood for it anymore. After I saw like the later previews and stuff, I just like don't care anymore.
Yeah, I feel that.
Do I have to make
It's a
someone bend
it's
the
a good
knee?
looking game though.
Yeah, what's up, Hardhead?
Do I have to make someone bend the knee?
Bend the knee for what?
What you talking about?
Oh man, because your king has arrived.
Oh no, this man. I got no knees anymore, dude. They're destroyed.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh,
You bond out here?
not that way though.
You might just say his
Like
knee
someone
was
just breaks
destroyed?
the knees.
Oh man.
This
I
man
know
got no
the
knees
way.
like Bond, dog.
I'm the gym, dude. Gym workouts destroy the knees at times.
Oh, you do the one where you sit down and then you push with your legs.
No,
I
dude,
heard
you
that's
want to know a funny thing? I was doing
I forgot what you call it.
bicep curls and
Leg
shit like
press.
that, and I got up and I pulled my fucking hamstring. I pulled that muscle for some fucking reason, and I didn't even do any leg muscle workout. I'm like, I got pissed.
That's OD.
Leg workouts like squats and shit like that. But whatever.
So Red Hood unathletic confirmed. Oh man.
Oh no, this is random, and I was so disappointed because
Wait,
I did join too.
Wait. This man Jigga and Hard have both come in late.
Hey man,
At the same time? Oh
You can't
man, what
say-
were they
you
doing
can't say
together,
I'm-
dog?
Oh,
Oh
You can't
no.
say I'm late. I'm
What
not
were
a.
they? Yo, what were
Yeah.
y'all doing together? Y'all came in at the same time?
Burrow said send the invite to Hardhead, and I fucking sent the invite because Burrow is the man. So I did.
I blame Red Hood.
Red, oh man,
And
Were you
Jigga, don't
asleep? What were you
understand-
doing, dog?
Wait, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting
Maybe
for the
just not-
invite, then I like dozed off, and then
I knew he
I
felt.
woke
Yeah,
up,
dozed
like-
off, dog.
I knew he fell
He
asleep.
loves to take a nap, dog.
Hey man, I feel that I doze off at work sometimes.
whoa, chill, man. They gonna call on me, gonna get fired on his day off, like, bro.
Oh man, it happens, dude. But I know Jigga played Days Gone, right? You beat it.
Then he loves that
Oh
shit.
man, greatest game of all time, 10 out of 10. Facts.
He loves that shit.
No, but to be honest, it's like a 7.5 to 8. Like it would be like a 9 to me if the frame rate wasn't so bad and they
Damn,
didn't
the
like. I do agree it does have pacing issues, like where it's like where you just like the story. It goes slow in the beginning, then it just like ramps up to like
The second
fucking
half.
10,
Mhm.
and then it just goes back down to like 2 and 3, and then it goes back up to like 10. It's like, bruh, y'all could have did better than this.
I would say the second half of the story is better than the first half, like the second map.
And I would say, unlike Jack Mo, I actually do like Boozer.
I don't know. I'm
Like Jack Mo,
indifferent with
like
him.
Boozer, bum, let him die. Like, bro, no, he's actually a good character, bro.
Like I don't know. I'm indifferent to him. I can understand people's gripes, but like I also like understand why people like him. So it's like I don't know. I'm very indifferent to Boozer. I don't know yet. I can't make a decision on him yet.
And what else I was gonna say? Like, I kind of they have many stories within the game, which I feel like they could do a better job of pacing those out too. Whoever did the storytelling in this didn't do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like there's some good stories within the game, but it's like they're so paced so badly that it's like you don't really get to enjoy them as much as you should.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I really did enjoy the game though. I'm kind of mad. Like I enjoyed the world. I'm mad that I beat it so fast because like damn, I wanted to play more of it, but there's nothing else for me to do in the world. But yeah,
And you enjoyed that much.
I really did.
Okay. Before I have Hardhead's opinion, Burrow's asked me to invite Fang. I barely talked to Fang. I don't.
Fang is streaming right now.
And Fang's streaming, so
Oh, he's streaming. Why you?
Yeah, wait, why would he invite Fang? Wait, what?
I barely
Man
talked
is
to
man
him.
is working right now. The hell?
Plus,
I'm
I
pretty sure
barely
Fang.
talked. Fang barely. I don't even think Fang knows who I am. Holy facts.
I mean,
He's not in the press start.
Fang knows
Press
who
start
you
demo.
are, motherfucker.
Oh man.
I don't know about that, man. Fang's spooky out here, dog.
Oh shit. But yeah,
No,
Hardhead.
I'm joking.
Oh. But what about you, Hardhead? Have you beat the game? What do you think about Days Gone?
I haven't beat it, but I think people are tripping. But I mean, I don't really have to say much on that because the sales gonna reflect just how good the game really is, dude.
Really? Okay.
I mean, the game is going to sell well. I mean, I think I don't know if it'll
Shit.
overtake Horizon Zero Dawn.
It definitely shall.
It's better than it. Do you think?
No,
To me,
no, I wouldn't
like,
say that.
I mean, I had a hard time having fun with Horizon. I done tried to get back into the game countless times.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep getting bored. Like, I don't know, it's just me. Same way I got bored with fucking Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm at Ganon's Castle, bored as shit, dude.
But that game actually has problems though.
Yo, shout out to Alex for excusing those problems.
I know, right? Bro, he's a Nintendo stand, dog. You know that.
Yeah, I feel like he is.
Yeah.
I feel like he is.
Then he said, "What God of War 1 was trash." Like, bro,
All right. No, there are definite problems with God of War 1. But that's the problem of playing games. That's the
From
problem of playing old games, man. That's what
Oh
I'm
no,
telling
the
you.
old
Yo, recently I watched a playthrough of somebody playing San Andreas. I'm like, bruh, this game, it's trash, and like, there's nothing you can do about it. Only games that stay the same in terms of like quality.
I actually
Or,
disagree.
like,
I
RPG
recently just played San
and
Andreas, and
platformers.
it's
Those
not
are the
that
only
bad.
games that stay the
Wait.
same in terms of quality.
I
Like,
disagree with you.
you
with
can't
San
play an
Andreas.
open world game back then.
I disagree with you at San Andreas, and I know how to make it fun as well. Best way to make San Andreas fun, mod the game. Easy. Just
But
like
that's not the original game.
Oh, he's talking about the original game. Oh man.
I'm saying
But I
the
actually
original
disagree with
game.
you. I just played it recently on backwards compatibility, Xbox gang out here. I played it and it's fun. Like I will agree that game has some pacing issues too, and some of the characters in the game is not that great. But I
And
played it and
CJ
I'm like,
is
you know
not.
what?
Yo,
It's
CJ
good.
is not that good.
Wait,
He's
wait.
not a good protagonist,
Wait.
dog.
I can just imagine
He's
Jigga
he's
being a
kinda
big
not.
He is a yes man, dog. He is an actual yes man. He says yes to everything.
I can imagine Jigga being a big
Oh
smoke.
shit. Oh no, not the big smoke.
That's what I imagine Jigga being.
I wouldn't be none of them fucking
Oh shit.
fake gangsters.
No,
But yeah,
There's only
like,
two,
I
there's
don't-
only two
The
real people in
glasses-
that fucking
the
shit, bro. There's only
glasses,
two
the
real.
way
The rest
he
was fake, right?
the way he looks, man. That's how I imagine him. That's how I imagine you. With the hat, glasses, with the big cigar. I can imagine you being that.
Yeah. I don't know,
Mhm.
bro. Like, I don't know. Old games don't. It depends on the game. Like open world games, like you can't play that this day and age, and it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be a masterpiece anymore. That game, just it was innovative at the time. It was revolutionary at the time, but it's not going to be that way now. It's just going to
I
feel
would agree with you
terrible.
on that though. On some games,
I
like
would
just feel
Ocarina,
bad.
I would have to
Ocarina
agree
of
on
Time, I
some
went
games.
back and tried to play that, and that game is not that great. When
Is-
like the nostalgia was like, man, this is like 10 out of 10 one of the greatest games of all time. I went back and played it, like, you know what?
It probably the thing is it probably is, but people that say that
No, it probably
games
was.
don't if the game doesn't age well over time, it's not a masterpiece. I think that's bullshit. Because in that case, there's like what, maybe 5 masterpieces ever.
Stop.
Because-
now you wild and
Bro, there's like the only masterpieces are like platformers. In that case, because games mechanically over time get better.
Wait,
Like,
you telling me San Andreas isn't a masterpiece?
If I played
No,
it now, no.
Hardhead, listen to what he's saying.
Yes,
Listen
it
to what he's
is.
saying.
No.
You know how easy
Playing
it is
it
to
now?
get back to
No.
San Andreas?
Okay,
10
so
minutes
let,
into the game, you should have no problem playing it
Wait.
just like he was playing it
My
20
God.
years
wait,
ago.
wait, hold on. Let me give him a good
No.
example, right? At the time, Batman Arkham City was a masterpiece, right? Playing
Yeah.
it now, it still is a masterpiece, right? And some people say, "Oh no,
That's
Arkham
because right now it's still mechanically sound. We haven't innovated beyond the Batman action. We haven't gone past that yet. That's like Shadow of War. It's the same. It's fucking mimicking the Batman action. We haven't gone past that. But open world games, bro, San Andreas is a fossil. Like it. You will
Fuck
not.
no.
I am not saying you will not have fun. I'm not saying that. I'm saying right now, if I played it, it's not a masterpiece.
Are
That's a
you?
fact.
I
Yeah,
feel like
I'm not saying I will not have fun. I'm
People can
saying
go
it's
back and
not a
play San
masterpiece
Andreas
right now.
every day.
Okay, I feel
Or
like
it's not-
Red is trying
Or
to
it's not.
say.
Or let me scratch that. It's not a 10 out of 10 in this day and age.
How?
Okay, I feel like
Holy
he's trying to
shit,
say
what?
the game just.
What are you saying?
didn't
It
age
doesn't-
well.
Because of how it graphically looks, that game is
It's
sound,
not just
sound 10
graphics,
out of
bro.
10.
Mechanics, bro.
Especially compared to every game that's came out so far this fucking year.
My God.
Wait, whoa, fall back. Them
I'm
mechanics are
saying
trash.
I'm saying a game can be a masterpiece, but it just doesn't hold up over
That's
time.
true.
Not
Yeah.
every game
It
holds up
does,
over time.
Okay, I understand what Red's saying.
Not every
He's saying
game holds up over
games,
time,
Some
even if it's
games
amazing.
just
Then it ain't
don't
a
age well.
masterpiece.
Some games
No.
just don't age well.
No.
That's what he's
And
saying.
just because
Open
they ain't
world games don't
masterpiece.
age well because we've gotten much better mechanically open world games.
But that don't mean
Graphically,
I
of course,
I
but
should have-
mechanics
Okay,
are
okay.
much better.
But
Okay.
I still should be able to perfectly
GTA
fine go
aspects.
back and play
Wait.
a game like I never stopped playing it.
So,
Mhm.
as a Rockstar aspect, what has been better than San Andreas, story-wise, open world-wise? Name one game.
In terms of mechanics,
GTA 5 free.
GTA
What the
5 has
fuck?
Red Dead
better.
1, Red Dead
GTA
1.
5 any
Yeah.
day of the week. I'd play
Those
GTA
have
5
better
any day of the week.
mechanics.
Story-wise,
Any day of the week.
Story-wise,
They robbed
Maybe
the
not
game of a- How you
story-wise,
gonna say it has better mechanics?
story
than-
is not the only
hold
part
on,
of the
everybody,
game,
one at a
though.
time.
You have to
yeah,
play the
yeah,
game.
yeah, guys, one at a time.
They robbed the game out of most of its mechanics that were in San Andreas to make GTA 5.
Cool story, but I still rather play
So how,
GTA 5.
I'm saying, how are
Like,
you gonna
what
say
the
it has
fuck?
better mechanics when it's missing half of the mechanics that were in San Andreas?
Well,
Yeah,
like the
not wrong
fucking
there.
like the weight mechanics or whatever.
All
Cool.
of it. It was basically a fucking sim game that you got to fucking run around and kill people in.
and not only that, but there was a cheat in San Andreas that you got to see the sex scenes.
Well, that doesn't.
Cool.
Okay, I
story,
will say
but like
this.
Mike, like
I was gonna say.
No,
like
no,
Jigga said,
GTA
that like Ocarina of Time, that like it doesn't hold up for him. It was a masterpiece when he played it, but when he goes back to play it, it's not a 10 out of 10 anymore. Like, I'm sorry.
It never was a 10 out of 10.
So my thing
No,
is,
it definitely
there,
was.
there are
Okay,
masters.
whatever you say, hard. I'm
That-
saying,
yeah.
you know exactly what I'm saying, bro.
So my thing is, I understand what
exactly what it is.
both of you guys are saying. I feel like Last of Us, for instance, like that. I haven't played Last of Us in a while, right? And I feel that having games like that are, how can I say this? Realistic, but in a zombie apocalyptic game. I feel when you have something like that, The Last of Us, I do feel like at that time frame, it's a masterpiece. But will it age well?
And
And
it
I feel-
definitely has.
Has it though?
Yes, it very much has.
I haven't
I'm
played
not
the
gonna
game.
lie,
I'm
I played
asking you
Last of
guys.
Us not that long ago, and playing the multiplayer was kind of rough because of
I mean, you never liked
the input. Wait, what?
You never liked the multiplayer.
See, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
We didn't have this conversation before. You
I
don't you don't
see.
even like the multiplayer, though.
Okay.
People still playing the multiplayer to this day.
All right, Hardhead, I'm just
Y'all
gonna let
talking
you
all
stop
this. I need y'all to
because
2v1
you
me,
have
dog. I
no
need y'all
idea
to
what you're talking about. When have I ever in my life said that I don't like the multiplayer part?
Do you like the multiplayer the last?
Yeah, I have like hundreds of hours in the fucking game, bro, and I loved every second I spent in it. What do you have no idea what you're talking about? I don't know what, like, I don't know if you're getting something like you misread something I said on Discord, but I definitely love Last of Us multiplayer. I just said it's not the best this gen. That's a fact. That's all I said. I never said it was bad. I don't know what
You
you were
feel like
talking
this
about.
generation actually had some stealth.
It has. You just
Right?
fucking
You about to bring up Siege, aren't you? Oh, shit.
Siege, Rocket League, fucking
Oh
Titanfall.
my god.
Rocket League is a
Ah.
multiplayer. He said multiplayer. We didn't say online shooter. We said best multiplayer.
Yet people will still run back and play The Last of Us after they're done playing all these games.
And some people
Cool
still
story.
play
Millions
Rocket
of
League.
people
What
are
you
playing
mean?
Rocket League and Siege. Your
Yeah.
point? Millions of people are playing Overwatch. People love Overwatch.
The Last of Us came out in 2013.
Cool story. But does it have more? Does it have a higher player base now than it did before? Rocket League has a higher player
Why would it
base
still have
now
a
than it
high-
ever had before.
Rocket League came out in 2015, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's 4 years. What? It's a difference of 2 years, but it has a higher player base now than it ever had before.
So both games hold up well.
Last of
And
Us'
no,
player
it
base is
actually
not the
doesn't.
same as it was
Rocket
before.
League doesn't have a bigger player base than it did before. That's ridiculous.
I really feel like
When it
y'all
originally
arguing oranges and
released, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we
that a
got
joke?
that game for free on PlayStation.
My God, holy shit. Okay.
oranges.
All right, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna stop now. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
actually. Wow. Okay. Yeah,
All right.
it stayed the same. You're right. Yeah, whatever you say.
right.
Whatever you say, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, the Rocket League
Well,
player base is never. Yeah.
All right. I think
I think it's
Holy
time to
shit.
move on.
Fucking launch. You got the numbers?
Yo,
Go ahead. Show me your
pull
article.
up Google.
Show me your article.
Pull up Google.
Show me your article.
They've had multiple articles of saying Siege as well. You think Siege's player base has stayed the same since December 1st of
I'm gonna need you to
2015?
understand that nobody really cares about
Okay.
Siege.
All right, whatever you say, though. I don't.
I mean, I
I
feel
can't
like,
say nobody. I think there are some people who
Yes,
care.
I feel like Siege has grown in player
Uneducated.
base though.
Of course, it's like
because like back in the
player
day,
base
like
had
it didn't
45
sell
million.
well,
There's-
right?
The game
And
barely sold 2 million at launch. Like
with
what
the
fuck?
updates, it like I felt like it
Of
made
course.
great improvements and it had a bigger bigger player base than the install base when it first came
Like,
out.
holy shit!
But
Educate yourself, dog. I don't know. That's all I gotta say.
oh man,
Educate
Y'all
yourself,
are
bro.
spooky, bro.
you guys are a bunch of savages.
Yeah,
Alright.
I
y'all
don't want
need
to
some
be
help, bro.
disrespectful, but just I know what I'm talking about.
You sound a
Just
little
educate
offended,
yourself.
that's all. But I'm gonna
Oh man.
All right,
All
whatever.
right,
you say.
we'll go with
I
the
sound
Next
offended.
topic.
yeah.
Next
We're
topic,
gonna go to the next topic.
I don't want to offend you, but I'm trying to make you not
Oh,
sound
man.
stupid, bro. I'm trying.
Oh, man.
You're not letting me not.
All right, guys. Let's get to the
Let's
next
go,
topic. So,
Let's keep
Ghost
going.
Recon has been announced with this live stream, kind of very similar to like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Ubisoft is now trying to do this with Ghost Recon Breaking Point. It's going to very much be very similar to Ghost Recon Wildlands, and they are introducing raids. So you guys can play co-op when doing said raids, and it very much for me seems like it's very much like the Division-esque, and it's going to be more like games as a service. And I will not be surprised if Ubisoft does this with many more titles. For me, I could care less. Only thing that sounds interesting is having John Berthal in the game, but that's very much like a selling tool / marketing tool to have people get the game. It's very similar to like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, or Infinity War, something like that. Infinite Warfare, I think it was, with Kit Harington in the game as the villain. So that's really what they're doing. I would not be surprised if John is barely in the game, which is probably going to be the case. But overall, I wasn't interested. Some people are. It's just, to me, just sounds like another Division game, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But I guess, Jacob, what do you think?
I have no hope for that game. Well, I played Wildlands, and I spent maybe like 10 to 20 hours, and those were like the worst 10 to 20 hours in my life. Like, that game was such a drag to play. The characters were boring, the story was boring, the gameplay was boring. The world looked okay. I will get the world did look good. Character models look good. Everything looked good except for it was just a chore to play. Like, I played it with people. I played this by myself. I never enjoyed that game. It just was. It was terrible. I feel like they try to do something different and it failed, but I guess it didn't fail because I know some people actually still play that game to this day, and I'm like, how? But I guess each his own, bro. Each his own.
Yeah, true. Hardhead, what do you think about Ghost Recon Breaking Point? Um,
I
is
mean,
it what you expected?
yep. I mean, like I didn't expect them to try to actually make another tactical game. I expected them to make another Wildlands, which
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no interest in at all. They can keep that game. I don't care what they add to it. If it's not a future soldier type game, I don't really care for it. Advanced Warfighter, Future Soldier, those are Ghost Recon. What this shit is, I don't fucking know.
Agree. What about you, Red? What do you think about Ubisoft
I don't care
announcing this
about
game?
it either.
Facts. What about you, Talati? What do you think about the game?
I'm interested in the game just because I played Wildlands before, just to see what changes they've made to the game, and to see how multiplayer aspect it would be compared to Wildlands realistically, right? And like I signed up for the beta. I know some people are gonna hate me in here saying, "Oh, why are you buying Wildlands for?" You, I play the Division, I play Rainbow Six Siege, and this is a game that I think would be an experience for me to understand and to learn off as well. So I can't wait just to see what it brings in terms of beta.
Mhm.
But that's just me, though, right? If you guys don't like, my taste, then that's so good. That's your opinion.
Definitely.
It has to break out of the. It has to. I don't know. I don't know what it has to do to impress me. It has to break out of the Ubisoft mold of like just
I mean, apparently,
generic. I don't know.
because apparently not only Ubisoft are pulling like Breakpoint, but there's going to be several other games alongside it for this year.
Mhm.
I mean, they release like 3 games a year.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
I mean, so there's a potential um that I see Ubisoft taking advantage of Breakpoint and latching onto other games from it.
Oh, not really. Because if that was
Well,
the
when
case,
would they
they would have did it with Wildlands. Wildlands was one of the best selling games last year.
Mhm.
It was
When would
now.
they learn to stop doing the fucking fake gameplay though, bro? I'm tired of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the gameplay was amazingly scripted, like extremely scripted.
Agreed.
I think they just said they're gonna stop doing like vertical slices. I don't know if they said like. Yeah, they're keeping the scripted shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
What
like
they need to
showings.
do is make an actual tactical game. I hope the Splinter Cell announcement was truly fake and it wasn't real at all. Because after what they've done to Ghost Recon, I wouldn't want them to do that to Splinter Cell.
It's gonna be like freaking. Ubisoft has been talking about this. They're gonna move their
don't
games
think
more towards this type of style. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
really
think they
stopped
should do
supporting
that.
Ubisoft a long time ago. To be
I
honest,
mean, the same thing's happening with Beyond Good and Evil too. So
That's not good.
if I don't get a Ubisoft game for free, I don't play it. I'm just keeping a buck with you.
I said this. It's like
I know.
I would not be surprised if like they introduce co-op back into Assassin's Creed and do raids and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen.
I don't want
The
that.
best thing that they've
Unity was
done.
a great game. People forget.
Mhm.
The best thing that they've done this gen is fucking Siege, followed by For Honor, I guess.
I mean, Watch Dogs 3, we'll see if that has
Even-
any drastic change because that's most likely going to be shown off at E3, along with Assassin's Creed Vikings, which comes out next year, and I don't
Vikings.
know.
God.
There's going to be Vikings, dude.
Why is it called Assassin's Creed anymore?
I don't know, dude.
Vikings.
We're going to have Vikings, dude, even though Vikings aren't stealthy.
Jesus
Well, what
Christ.
else? All right, so another interesting thing to talk about, I guess, would be the state of play. No, Gears of War 5. Gears of War 5, supposedly, I don't know if the release date was leaked or was confirmed. It's supposed to be coming out the same day. as Borderlands 3. I don't think this is a smart move by Microsoft to place their game on that date because there's a lot of pre-order sales for Borderlands 3. So it's probably the most anticipated like Borderlands game of the whole entire franchise as well. And it seems like it's gonna do like numbers, like crazy numbers.
People said, or at least I don't know about other people. I think I just read Kid Smooth saying that he doesn't think that Borderlands is going to affect its numbers.
No, it's most definitely going to affect its numbers. I don't know why he's thinking that. It's like thinking that even when was it
Tomb Raider?
Tomb Raider? I don't know if it came out the week after, and Spider-Man still affected its numbers. So we could very much tell that happened.
It doesn't have to be in the same genre. Like, I don't think he realizes that. Same thing happened with Rise of the Tomb Raider. Same thing again with Fallout 4.
And the same thing with movies too. Like, if there's going to be a highly anticipated movie and there's a different genre of a movie, that's still going to affect the sales of another movie.
Exactly. You only have $60. You're only gonna pick what you want.
Yeah. So I don't know why Kid Smooth is thinking that. I don't know if he just lost logic. Maybe breaking his controllers and smacking his microphone when playing Sekiro just made him lose a bunch of brain cells. I have no idea why he's thinking that, but that's just me. Jigo, what do you think about, I guess, this leak of the release date or confirmed release date for Gears of War 5 coming out the same day as Borderlands 3?
I really believe that's fake. But at the same time, I really don't care. I'm not. The only time I play Gears is for the multiplayer when I feel like it. Usually, the story has. They should just like quit with the story and just like kept making like reiterations of the multiplayer. Like, I feel like that would have been a better deal than try to keep on with this. Cause like, it's not even Gears anymore. It's just fucking lameness, bro. Everybody's lame now, bro. Like, I don't care about none of the characters. Y'all suck. Oh man, it's just weak. But and then it's coming on the same day, allegedly, as Borderlands, which is like, I'm really like,
it's supposedly like the box art also leaked as well. So
that box art is ugly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, box art
boring.
Not that great.
I played through Gears of War 4 recently, and that story is pretty
Gears of War 4 story is very mediocre. It's not good.
Bro, they really have a motorcycle chasing the airplane scene, bro. Like,
that was very much like Uncharted, even though like I don't know. I felt like Uncharted did it way better.
Oh yeah.
Way better with the motorcycle set piece.
It was still cool though. I still enjoyed it.
No, it was lame as fuck. I'm like, this is not Gears.
Yeah, it's very much.
It's not. I don't think it's like
from Uncharted. Like, they're trying to be like Uncharted to have a good
good action adventure and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I guess we'll ask the man Hardhead because he's a big Borderlands 3 fan, and give me your opinion on this release and box.
Not better than Gears.
Oof, hey man. No, I definitely beat you with Gears though.
On the what?
No, I was asking what you think about the Gears of War 5
fucking trash
and release date coming out.
I mean, I don't care about the release date. That game if it releases in September, it's committing suicide. I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah. So you think coming out the same day as Borderlands 3 is dumb?
Oh, that's suicide. Yeah, no doubt. But it's one of them games where they don't really care how good it sells because it's gonna be on
Game Pass.
Yep. People ain't gonna play it till at least a month after.
But we can tell how well it does on Game Pass with the top games being played and stuff like that. And people say
it's probably in the top 3 games played on.
Because Crackdown 3 wasn't in the list at all when that game came out. On because it includes Game Pass games, and when I saw Crackdown 3, it was nowhere to be seen. So it's like, hopefully it does. But yeah, Gears of War 5 for me. People want to say, oh, no, they're just setting it up. Like, every freaking time is an excuse when it comes to a game. They're setting up the story for the next one.
Yeah, setting
and
up
then-
the
and then
story for
Gears of War
fucking
5
how
's
many
like-
games?
And then it's like, no. It was setting up the story for actually Gears 6. And I'm like, oh no. I hope we don't use that excuse. Like the whole E3 thing. Wait till the next E3.
Bro, yeah, Gears of War 4, all you were doing the entire game almost is searching for people. It's like, okay.
No, the story wasn't interesting at all. Probably the most interesting thing was finding out the Locust symbol for Kate. She might be,
Wow,
the grandmother.
Exposing stories, dog. Oh man.
Dude, this game came out how long? I'm just
I ain't gonna
saying.
lie, I just played it though. I'd be annoyed.
3 years ago.
I'll never beat that game. I'll never win.
Hey man, people I don't know. I don't know what to say about it.
All right. So I guess now we can.
You forgot to
Oh,
ask
yeah. I completely forgot. What do you think, Claudia?
me personally. I don't think it'll survive even one day. I think it'll be a slaughter within 12 hours. The game will die.
Dang.
How? What do you mean by that?
I mean, another thing.
Wait,
September
Like, this is coming from- No. What I mean by it will die, it'll be like the community for the game, because like as a streamer myself, right? I know that just like that it'll go off. Look at what happened at Gears of War 4. Within 3 days, the game died out. I think
nobody really plays Gears of War stories. They're not really nothing to brag about.
They
I
only
know.
care about the
The multiplayer.
Yeah.
the shotgun simulator? Oh, that.
Oof.
But like
That's
the way
that
I
was
see
just for
it-
Gears 4.
the way I see it is
I
because
enjoyed
because they're taking the if this leak is true, we gotta take it. We gotta say this as well. Take it with a grain of salt, because you never know if this leak is true or false, right? If it is true, they're in for they're gonna go downhill. And I'll tell you now, it'll be 12 hours where people will just play more Borderlands 3 than they would do with Gears of War 5, and that's coming from a guy that doesn't play Gears, but did try it, and I was just like, nah, game I'll play again, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna get the new one either. And I have got a few friends I've got a few streamer friends that actually do play Gears, and they would say the same thing as I would say, and they're not gonna waste money on Gears, knowing for a fact that the game would die out again. That's just me. Though.
That's why Game Pass exists, dog.
They need to put it on Game Pass regardless. I think just
I mean, it's just all their games go to.
It will be. Yeah.
it will be or won't be.
No, it will be. All games, all like Xbox first party games always go day and date with Game Pass.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, even without Game Pass, I think it'll still sell badly. I still think that. That's my honest opinion.
I mean, I feel like the leaks are true. Like the box art looks like legit, doesn't look like fake or anything like that. If it's somehow fake, because there's a new character I've never seen before in Gears, like that yeah, that looks legit.
We just gotta wait for the Walmart leak then.
Well, they posted the box art, so
I mean, the Walmart leaks the Canadian Walmart leaks that tend to leak out the whole games list.
Yeah.
And if Gears 5 is on there with the release date, then that states that leak was legit.
Walmart Canada's clutch.
Yeah, it comes in clutch all the time.
You know, like the
Rage.
devs of Rage 2, they fucking did an anniversary of the leak. That was OD.
Really?
Yeah, they did an anniversary of the leak. It was like 1 year ago. Walmart leaked our shit. Congrats, Walmart. You the real ones.
dude, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know why, man. Walmart's just like doesn't give a fuck. They're like, let me leak this shit, guys.
Yeah. They'll just leak it out like anything. Like, I mean, they're not like GameStop who just accidentally leaks out like stuff like Mortal Kombat or Injustice or whatnot.
No,
right?
them motherfuckers don't care.
Yeah, they just put it on their site and that's it. They're like,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is they got a few games right last year, and they could be very well right this year if they put out the leaks. And it turns out Gears 5 is just like is the thing that everyone's expecting to have.
Mhm.
So that's what I've got to say.
all right. I guess there's like a whole topic thing regarding we'll talk about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was a Game Informer cover. They're doing extensive coverage on it. They show like Spider-Gwen, Daredevil, all those people. Miles, the same voice actor for the Spider-Man PS4 version of the game, will be voicing Miles Morales in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So look forward to that. Yeah, then you got like the Defenders in there, like legit. All the Avengers are basically in the game. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, essentially.
Nice.
I mean, essentially, like I'll start this off. It's like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 voice actors so far looks to be promising, very very promising.
Yeah, they have good talent.
And like what I've posted in the chat, by the way, is like the size of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, which apparently the size is 13.2 gigabytes for a digital size.
Yeah,
which is huge according to US eShop.
Wait,
yes,
you said 31 or 13?
13.2 gigs.
Yeah, that's not huge.
Well, it
For-
depends. If you're doing internal storage, it's huge.
Yeah, internal storage is huge.
That's because there's nothing in the internal storage.
I'm about to say, yeah, we all got expanded storage, especially if you buy
Well,
games
I
digitally,
mean,
you got the
mine is like 32 gigs. My 32 gigs is up. So
why would you?
Because listen.
You must
I
not play
had
much things on the
planned
Switch, dog.
64.
You coulda
I
got
use physical. I
400.
use all physical. for
You
my
could have
Switch.
got 400 gigabytes for $60 by now, dog.
Yeah, well, I could have, but I don't know how to transfer all that shit onto another SD card.
It actually is an option on the Switch, sir.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
They'll
I learned
take
it.
a few minutes.
The way I see it is right. Though with like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on Switch, right, the size file and stuff, I think some people will just need the SD card anyway. And I think some people will just be like, yeah, I'm gonna need this game because I know there's gonna be loads of new Nintendo stuff that's gonna be announced at E3.
Yeah, it's gonna be E3. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be a lot announced. Supposedly next week is gonna. Yeah, I guess
There's a Nintendo Direct as well.
Well,
So,
yeah.
I kind of want to talk about. I am looking forward to Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but I didn't really look at I didn't pay attention to like the Game Informer cover.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
That Mario Maker news though.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
I mean,
But about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, honestly, I'm a little disappointed personally because I played a lot of Marvel Heroes Omega and it looks like a step down somehow.
I don't know, dude. Looking pretty nice to me with all the characters.
Did you play Marvel Heroes Omega?
I'm good, dude.
the only person that I know who used to play that was part of this podcast, but we will shall not his name. Him?
Oh,
I'm disappointed that it's only on Switch. I can definitely say that.
Yeah,
If it was, because fucking
I can't
the Switch is limited. So of course I'm annoyed.
See,
But-
because I don't know. I'm not annoyed because
Put it like this.
I'm annoyed that it can't be graphically amazing and
Put it like this. I feel like the reason that it hasn't happened is because of multiple things. One, let's look at PlayStation side at least. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 launched on PlayStation and did not sell well. On top of Marvel Heroes Omega also launching on PS4 and they having to cancel it because it also wasn't selling well. Now, it still exists on PC because they kept that game alive over there. I don't know what's going on the Xbox side of things, but I don't know a better place for the game to be other than the Switch right now.
Yeah, we'll see on the sales and stuff.
They've given the series multiple chances on the PlayStation 4, and it just wasn't.
Well, on the PlayStation 4, they fucked up the remaster. So I understand you said the Omega game.
Yeah. PlayStation didn't fuck it up. That was like I forgot who did that.
That was Activision. They fucked up. They fucked up the remaster. That's probably why they didn't get my money because I wanted to get that. But I was like, yo, this remaster is basura. Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's essentially the remaster on PlayStation was exactly the same as Arkham, the Arkham remaster.
Yeah, no, I think it was even worse than that.
No, it was worse.
Fundamentally, like the frames were, I think, worse. Than,
Right.
Fucking the online multiplayer, like it was the co-op. It was fucking. Sometimes people disconnect by just going to a different room. Like what?
Yeah.
That's awful. Like I can't. I would not. I can't do it. I can't support that. So I didn't
No.
buy it.
I agree.
Yeah, I just think that, but like, when it comes down to sales and stuff, we'll see. But this is their own take on rebranding the whole.
Yeah, like reintroducing. It's not an actual sequel. It's just
yeah.
going numbered. So
Yeah.
it's like here's
I don't
another.
know why. I don't know why.
What you mean reintroducing it though? Like
So
It's not gonna follow the same story.
still alive and well through Marvel Heroes Omega.
No. It's just
rebooted.
what I was trying to say is it's like how can I say this correctly? It's not continuing the storylines from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. That's what I was
It's
trying
not a
to say.
continuous story.
It's essentially a soft reboot. That's what it is.
Yeah, soft reboot.
Well, it don't matter anyway, because we know these Switch dudes don't buy their games anyway. Heck, Switch head asses.
That's true because I
Yeah,
saw
I don't
a
know how well
Final
it's gonna
Fantasy
sell.
remaster, and that game did not sell well. Talking digitally wise, if I remember correctly, because I can look at the bestsellers and stuff like that, and but it is what it is. What about you, Jig? What do you think?
Other than the Switch people want to hack their Switch to play it, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I like those Marvel games are not for me. Like I played them as a kid and I never enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I love them, but
yeah,
fair
I
enough.
do too. Yeah, and when it comes to Switch, it's like Final Fantasy Zodiac is only number 9. Saints Row 3, even though it has issues, which we'll talk about now.
Oof.
It's $40. $40
Not
for a
worth the
game
price.
That's
has
still too
more,
much. Still too much.
that has more input lag than the PS3 and 360 and PC version, and the frames are worse. And I think the textures are slightly better, but like it's a mess. It's a mess of a game. It's like unplayable.
Yeah, that game is ugly as fuck. Digital Foundry. I was watching that Digital Foundry. I'm just like, bruh, that game. I don't even understand why are they porting. It's funny because they're porting over like the last gen versions of each game. Assassin's Creed 3,
Worse.
like Saints Row 3, not 4. Like
I don't know.
I just find it hilarious.
Worse.
I don't think the Switch could like support it correctly. At
But
least
technically, it's slightly more powerful than a PS3 and 360. So I'm just confused as to how it can't run these games. You know,
I guess it depends the area or like
But
I don't
it's
know
like,
the
it
area in
doesn't-
terms of power. I guess. No.
No, but to me, what I think it is that, look, you say it's slightly more powerful, but those consoles had actual cooling on them.
that's true.
That Switch doesn't. And if you got to play this in the handheld, they got to make sure that thing doesn't get too hot, bro.
Whoops.
That's true. You're right. But I don't know. Then just don't port these games over if it's
I
unplayable.
definitely agree with that.
It's so sad because people are like the Nintendo Wii U didn't get any fucking ports because
No, imagine if you playing this digital, and you're like, Nintendo, can I get a refund because this game's unplayable? They're like, no, go fuck off.
nope.
Nintendo with refunds? Hell no. Nintendo don't give a shit. Even if like someone probably fucking like bought 3 games on your account on accident, they don't give a shit.
Literally no fucks given. Their prices don't go down, and they fucking don't do refunds.
Oh, let me look at Zelda real quick.
But people still defend Nintendo.
$60 still. $60.
$60. Yeah.
That's insane.
Look,
Donkey
bud,
Kong, $60.
Look.
Game came out 5 years
all
ago.
I gotta say is Simu popping out here, dog. If you want to play Zelda, Simu's the way.
Facts.
No, man.
You ain't got to do all them jaggy edges, bro.
Or do the one night way, dog. That's how I got to play. That's how I got to play Donkey Kong, bro. I was not buying that game for $60. There ain't no way, no how. I love the game, but the game is 5 years old. You're not gonna like no, just no.
Nintendo with the $60, dude. I don't know, man. I'm not buying that shit. Like Pokemon,
They got me fucked
we all
up.
know the next Pokemon game is $60. Like that just should be $40.
They
Hard
charge
about,
they
like, 3
charge
copies.
60 they charge 60 for the Wii U port of the Mario Brothers game, bro. That game is like barely even good. it's such a basic. That game is such a basic ass platformer. He's still charging 60 for that. Actually, what is the Metacritic on that game? I'm lit right now. What the fuck? What's the Metacritic on that game? I feel like that's another just Mario Brothers game or Mario game that just got high as fuck Metacritic.
Mhm.
I will say I hate that Nintendo like Zelda is not no like 9 or 10.
Oh yeah, I said
It's an
that.
8,
Like,
8
8.
at best, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
fucking
That story-
that.
The stands, dude. The stands will defend that shit. I've been saying this all the damn time.
Too many goddamn Nintendo stands and fucking. Yo, all
And
right, this
PC
game is
gamers. I don't know what is it because I'm a PC gamer, but I don't stand Nintendo. But a lot of PC gamers stand Nintendo. Like,
because
a lot.
they're like, oh, it's the best secondary platform to have. Like,
Because it's the Epic Games of fucking hardware.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, it's weird though. PC people love. I remember Total Biscuit used to be like, "Yo, I love my Switch." It's like, okay,
Epic Games of hardware, though.
Mm-hmm. Feel it.
yeah. This Mario Brothers Wii U is fucking 84 on Metacritic, and I guarantee you, there's fucking lower scoring platforms that are much better. It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Hardhead? What do you think about the whole Saints Row situation?
How it run?
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's a difficult conversation, to be honest. Because and then first I wanted to kind of like call people out for basically trying to bait people into this game, knowing that it runs worse than the fucking original release, which is unacceptable because it actually has a reference point. But then I remember stuff like, you know, games that run horribly, but they're praised not because of how they run, just because of how good of a game they are. Like Monster Hunter on a 3DS, those games
And like
died
and
a long time ago.
Doom
Yeah,
on the
Doom
Switch.
on a console.
They
Doom on
were
any console.
nah, fuck that.
Doom on
It
PlayStation's only at 60 FPS. That is not how you play Doom, sir.
What do you mean? That's all it can provide. It's fine.
That's not how you play Doom. You need Doom
I
at
Wait,
I
hold on.
understand. I understand you're fucking, but you like, bro. We like you play shooters on console too, correct? So it's like that's not
let
that's
me
not the ideal way of playing shooters entirely. So
let
I
me tell
mean,
you this, because
what do you?
I believe that the console versions of Doom are unacceptable, but you're fine with it. Why can't that also be fine for someone who plays Saints Row on the Switch?
That shit is fucking horrible though. It's not a 60 standard. Doom doesn't
Right.
drop
But
in
Doom-
fucking
Doom
FPS
barely- Doom
on the
barely-
PS4. It didn't drop in FPS.
Doom
for
it
me,
does.
so, I
It
mean-
barely holds at 60 FPS.
It can barely hold
But
it, but
holds
it didn't
That
drop for
Switch
me.
holds
There's a difference between
30, bro.
barely not dropping 60 and fucking like chilling at fucking 15 frames per second. Like what are you
But
arguing
if it's a
here?
good enough experience for the developers, then why are you questioning it?
Good enough experience
Like,
for the
I
devs.
believe that playing that game on a PlayStation is not getting what the actual game is supposed to be. And you believe the same thing about the Switch
60
version
is
of
bare
Saints
minimum
Row, don't you?
for quality frame rate, is it not?
Not to me, no. Not for Doom.
Okay, sure.
Look, all I'm gonna say is that that Saints Row, this frame rate is so bad you can't aim on that game.
Yeah, like the latency. No,
That's-
supposedly the latency is like really bad as well.
Yeah, the latency, but
Like along with the frame rate, which makes it even worse. It's like I don't know, like times it like greatly.
But so Hardhead, you're fine with other first-person shooters on PS4 being 60, but Doom is a problem. Only Doom.
That specific game, yes.
Okay.
You're fine with other games on.
No,
You're fine with other games running.
I can see where you're coming from, but it still is like, bro, other games are.
You're fine with how Breath of the Wild runs, aren't you?
Doom isn't the only fast-paced FPS. Like I don't.
You're fine with how Breath of the Wild runs, aren't you? Not every game's gonna run good on the Switch. If some people are fine with it, let them people be fine with it. You're fine with 60 FPS on Doom. I'm personally not. That's just a difference.
okay. What I will hold on. What I will give it to you, Hardhead, is that sometimes frame rate doesn't mean everything. Because look at Days Gone. I enjoyed the fuck out that game. That 30 FPS dropping to like
The game
Zero
literally
FPS
drops to
sometimes.
0, Jigga.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. That's
And
why
I enjoyed the
complain
fuck out
about
that
that
game,
shit.
but didn't stop me. So yeah.
Like, I do think like when there are frame rate problems, you have to call it out, even though
Yeah, you
enjoy
can call
it.
out frame rate problems, but I didn't have a frame rate problem with Doom.
So,
Doom barely maintained the 60.
Well,
Yes, we seen that. We
I
all
will
seen the
disagree with you.
counter video, dog.
I played it on a pro and
I would
it
disagree
stayed
with you
mostly at
hard-headed.
60. What do you want me to say?
What you
It
about
didn't go
say,
to
man?
like no, it didn't go to no damn 40. It didn't drop in like what, like 30% of its fucking frame rate or something like that. It didn't do anything crazy like that.
I still believe it's an unacceptable port of the game. You believe
Let's see,
that?
well,
I
That
mean, consoles can
Good,
only
yeah.
provide 60, so I don't know what the fuck.
not necessarily. No.
Okay, fair enough. But they're not gonna fucking unlock their frame rate on the console.
wait, so, but the thing is, if we're
Most
talking
people
about like
play on
unlocked
TVs.
frame rates and stuff like that going above 60, like a lot of TVs, especially
Don't do that. Like you're
only do
like
60.
4K.
Now, if we're talking about monitors, of course, monitors
Yeah,
can
Not
a
that
lot
many people play on monitors though. Most people play on their TV.
a lot of console players.
This is a lot of excuses you're giving, instead of
Okay.
just owning up to the situation.
Owning up to what? Consoles being consoles? The fuck? What? What am I owning up to? What?
Oh man.
Whatever, dog.
You're
Well, I will disagree with
Making
you
no
hard-headed
sense.
because I used to play fucking Rage 2, which is basically Doom 2.0.
Mhm.
Is
I mean,
fuck, I'm playing it.
Rage is a different
I'm
situation.
playing that shit at
Oh,
I'm
shit.
playing that shit at 60, and I'm enjoying. Like,
Yeah,
I ain't
Rage
saying
is
enjoying
different.
it,
I can understand Rage being at 60, but
but
Doom,
no, they're basically the same type of game, dog.
no, not really.
60
Yes,
isn't
they are.
ideal,
They're
but
both
it's
that.
the bare minimum.
Nah, I
for
would say
good.
Doom is a little
for-
faster though.
The gunplay, yes, Jigga. But Doom
That
is a
gunplay
lot.
is similar.
Doom is well, at least to me, it's a good bit faster than fucking Rage.
True.
But I'm definitely not playing no keyboard and mouse. Fuck keyboard and mouse and weirdos.
Hey, man.
Fags.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
If it's a first-person shooter,
Yo,
that has to be keyboard mouse.
speaking of keyboard and mouse, I played Gears on that shit, and that shit was pretty lit.
It depends. Like Gears is good with keyboard and mouse unless it has to do with corners and shit. Like, kind of like change corners and shit. Like I felt like that's where it's fucking like weak.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Some of the movement.
Yeah, so let's go to the next topic regarding video games. I guess we could talk state of play. Oh no. Whatever. Anyways, talking about state of play. So I guess what's our whole opinion about state of play? For me, I thought it was a. Oh no.
It was meh.
It was meh.
I didn't expect it to be anything else. It's like what level of meh do you expect? Because you're not gonna expect E3 level announcements. So it's like, what level of meh are you gonna get today? I don't know.
Like for me, the only thing I enjoyed was seeing like medieval. What else? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake.
Even though it's not coming out for years, I don't know why they're showing it again.
Well, we'll talk more about Final Fantasy because like news is coming out about it. But overall, I give it like a 6.5, maybe
6.5 from me. Fair enough.
6, just because of the two games, Medieval and Final Fantasy. If they weren't there, that'd be like a 4.
Fair enough.
That's just me. Those are like the two saving graces. I do think that the FPS for Medieval is looking a bit spooky.
Oh, definitely. That shit was.
So I'm hoping they fix that up. I mean, they have until October, so they can change it. So that's just me though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're right. He was pop locking. I saw that shit.
But yeah, we did find out. Yeah, also Medieval's supposed to be coming out in October. Which also kind of confirms that this is it for Sony for this year for PlayStation exclusive. I don't count Judgment. I mean, even though it's like it's gonna come to PC, Judgment is definitely gonna come to PC. But yeah, that's really it. It's like Days Gone, Dreams, and
MLB the show.
and MLB the show. That's it. this is not like a great year for Sony. This is
This is a we chilling year. That's all.
no,
I guess.
basically. Yeah,
This
don't expect no Last of Us coming out. Like this is it. They're not gonna put Last of Us the same month as Medieval. Like expect that in spring or
Yeah.
even the summer of next year. But
Yeah.
I guess Hardhead, what do you think about State of Play?
I mean, shout out to Sony. They can tell you exactly what they're showing. People still set unrealistic expectations.
That's just how high they are. That's just how people view them.
But they will tell you exactly what's going to be shown, and people still somehow just blow it out of proportion and then talk about how they're disappointed.
Well,
even
that's
though they
because
know
people are
exactly what's
stupid.
going to be shown. I could tell you I'm about to cut an onion. As soon as I cut an onion, you can't get mad at me for not cutting a peach. Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, that's just because people are stupid. They're always looking for like, oh, the secret surprise. Like, what kind of secret surprise are you looking for in a 10-minute video?
What's funny is that the only people taking advantage of this little break that PlayStation having right now is Nintendo. Microsoft is just fucking idiots at this point.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Well, they have fucking studios, but none of them are ready to release the games. Well, and they're gonna wait for E3 to release anything big. So, if anything.
But about State of Play, I don't think this is the one we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about the one that's most definitely happening next month.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see because we'll go more into it because there's like tweets from Kojima as well about making trailers, which we'll talk more about in a bit. But yeah, what I guess what were the standouts for you, Hardhead, for State of Play? Like what got you like I guess excited?
I'm interested in every single fucking game they showed personally. It's not nothing to blow me out the water. They met my expectations, and I'm not about to just blow all my fucking money buying them all, but I was interested in every single fucking game they showed.
Even the I don't even know the name of it, but it was some like platforming or like 2D game that was like asymmetrical. I don't know the name of it. I don't even know what it was about, to be honest.
I forgot what that game was.
Platformer?
I don't think it was a platform. It was an asymmetrical game with like
you're talking about
with like sprites and shit. I don't know the name of it.
That's the Predator game that's made by the people who made Friday the 13th.
Oh no, not that one.
You said asymmetrical.
Yeah, you did say asymmetrical.
I meant like the camera, not like the multiplayer or like the player count, whatever.
I'll have to like watch State of Play again though.
Yeah, I think Predator may be cool. It depends. We have to see.
It depends on how they handle it.
The only thing that was wrong with Friday the 13th, because they got the game running more than well, was the fact that they had licensing issues and they weren't allowed to update the game with new content anymore.
Yeah, but
I think that was the fault of the devs, though. Wasn't that like the devs just like?
No, it's because the Friday the 13th franchise is fucking scattered all over the fucking place.
Well, no, it was legit the company that did that said like nah, because I think
the company that they made the game, the content that they have in the game, the company that they made that shit from, they own some of those Jasons, but they didn't own all of them. So the person who did own all of them wanted royalties, and that's where problems started happening.
Yeah,
and he basically forced them to stop making the game or stop updating the game with new content. They could still fix the game, but they can't add no new content to it.
Well, yeah, they
was working on Jason X, nigga. Space Jason stage. Come on, man.
Jason X.
That would have been fire.
Yeah, but Fox is going the same route with their games too. That Star Wars and Marvel is doing. Well, not Star Wars. Marvel is doing to give it to devs that they think are,
what the fuck?
Able to create the best game possible for their IP. And especially Disney owns Predator now, so that's also interesting to note. But
as long as they don't have issues like they had with Friday the 13th, it's gonna be a great game.
They should.
I hope they have
owns the whole. Basically, 20th Century Fox is a subsidiary company now of Disney. So
yeah, it'll be fine.
so they should be fine.
I like Fox
I-
News owns some of the fucking rights to it.
Mhm.
I just hope that they get the balancing. I hope they get balancing right, and I hope that they get the gameplay loop correct. Because for me, Friday felt really boring after a while.
I mean, they had to stop updating it, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even
It
just
was,
that
they
though.
was, before that, before the lawsuit started happening, they was dropping content after content. They had a roadmap, and it was.
I stopped playing. I stopped playing the game like before the lawsuit though. I'm saying like the gameplay loop lost me, and I didn't feel like the game was balanced right. Like I understand it's not Dead by Daylight. It's not 4v1. There's more players to like keep a hold of, but Jason was just so overpowered. It was just like
Nigga clap Jason. I mean, it was more of a thing to where you had to understand the map. Not
yeah,
with,
if you can just read icons on the map and just had like the good choke animation, like Jason was like you win, dude.
They nerfed all the Jasons. You really not most of the time Jason don't even win no more. Like you gotta really be a good Jason to win a game.
Those Jasons must suck, man. Shit.
Yeah, and Burrow mentioned the original writer for Friday the 13th won the rights to the series. So it seems like I think there was a legal battle and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was
Probably what happened with the game. So the original writer won it. So they can't, create more content. They can just
Actually, they can't. I heard like he settled or something, so they can now.
No,
but
they can't, Jacob. They can't.
Oh,
That was a part of the
Well-
settlement that they can't make no more content for the game.
yeah, they can just do
man.
patches and stuff. But
Oh, they was
anything.
working on a Jason X map.
They might as well just make their own IP and just go that route because that shit's dead in the water. That game is dead in the water. I know a lot of other games are trying to like do that type of thing.
Yeah, but they like
asymmetric multiplayer.
now.
I know, like, what was it, the last night or something? I know they're trying, but they only have one
lot
map.
of-
Their game is in like beta or whatever.
There's a lot of them right now. Hello Neighbor got one too.
Hello Neighbor looks trash.
Hello neighbor.
It's a hard
Yeah.
game. Dude.
I wasn't into Hello Neighbor, and I wasn't. I played Friday the 13th. First off, it was first what's it called? First few months it was okay, till the lawsuit came in and it just changed the game. The way playing the game was so different, and them not updating it felt as if it was just like not worth it. So I was just like, I sold my game anyway. I got my refund for it. I was just like, nah, I'm not playing this game if they're not gonna update it anymore. So Steam gave me a refund, and Xbox gave me a refund for it.
Bought it twice. Damn.
Yeah, I bought it on both Xbox and PC. This is when I was an Xbox figure before you get niggas in a twist.
Oh man.
Yeah, I double dipped on Friday the 13th too.
Sorry to hear that.
I know, right? God damn.
Dang, the game.
I
the
mean,
game
I
is
got
up.
my money's worth. I don't know about you, motherfucker.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Well, I think it was like 20. All right, you can keep going. Sorry.
What about you, Jiggle? What did you think of State of Play?
I don't get why they're doing it. Like,
I understand. It's for the little stuff. So you don't have a bunch of minutia in the middle of your big E3 conference. But I guess they don't even do the E3 conference right now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think
yeah, so
they
like,
would show those games off at E3, and as well as Death Stranding, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima, and people would cry.
Yeah,
about it, so.
they're gonna leave the rest of their press conferences for like bigger titles. I understand that. Like these smaller things, they usually get them out in like a highlight reel and like the bigger, like at E3 or whatever. But I guess doing a small 10-minute thing is not bad.
Like they would have definitely showed Final Fantasy VII Remake and stuff like that at the press conference for Sony if they did one. It's just they were like, people don't want to see their first party games at E3.
Oh shit.
So they're not going to show Last of Us again, at that conference, even though Last of Us was only shown at one E3. The same thing as Ghost. But whatevs.
Well,
Yeah, that's just me. What about you, Salada? What do you think of State of Play?
I was just like, meh. It's the same. It was better than the last time, and I was just like, it wasn't the one I was interested in, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like looking for more other games, to be fairly honest, like games which are, let's just put it like this, games that are coming out towards the end of the year or it's summer holidays, right? But we didn't get any of that. We got games that, medieval. What else was there? Final Fantasy VII remake. That hasn't even got an announcement for release date yet.
Well, we'll talk about that because it's being hinted at. Which
God.
that's the next topic.
But not only that, but there's like other games, indie games that I wasn't even interested in. I was just like, meh. This thing is just like meh. It's not even that brilliant. If I was Sony though, I would do more better, bigger things than just State of Play. Instead of it doing a press conference, do like a live stream of like a live stream.
So you want them to do an Xbox thing?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I would rather prefer them doing like either an Xbox type of inside Xbox type of thing, but not a monthly thing, at least twice a year.
that to me, like then you're gonna have people talking and stuff like that. And I don't want to hear that. I just want to see the games.
Yeah, I respect the PlayStation route where you just show games. I like that a lot more than like the
No, but I mean,
route.
but the way I see it is though, for me personally, for them to show just games itself.
Well, they're not showing games inside Xbox. They're just talking about said games and then showing something of it, and just gets boring.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
it makes it too long. It's unneeded fluff.
I mean, so that instead of it being 10 minutes, so it'd be full on games essentially. But the developers don't come out. You just see boom, 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 boom.
Well, they're not gonna do all that though. That's
like
what you want from. I'm confused with what you want from State of Play though.
So what I want from State of Play is like what EA is doing at like E3 this year.
Well, they're not even doing that. They're like,
not E3 this year.
Like, okay, so I think what Taladi was trying to say though is like they're showing gameplay of Jedi Fallen Order in a live stream.
Yeah,
but the thing is, they're just talking about it too. It's not like you're gonna hear them in the background talking and stuff like that.
He must be talking about EA Play.
Yeah, he's talking about EA Play. It's like, to show the gameplay of the game. Like, for me, State of Play is a right way of doing it. It's just, it depends on the games that you're interested in. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like some games, like some people are gonna like these games, some people aren't. I only like 2 games in this State of Play. Some people like these other games, like Hardhead does. Like,
to me, it's like have a mixture of both. Don't just do like these lame.
Yeah, that's what the last one was, Jigga. They showed Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's what I said that got my points up and stuff like that was Medieval and Final Fantasy VII.
But that was the only thing they showed.
For like 8 years, bro.
Just remember though, with State of Play, they only showed those 2 big games alongside Monster Hunter World. Yeah. Besides that, right? Every other game wasn't even worth watching, to be honest with you.
They can't show you a shit ton of like
big exclusives
that you probably already know about.
They announced
games that are coming up.
Like, stuff let them. They have to show the small games. They have to give the small games some shine. You want the shine at E3, or do you want it like? Wait. They have to show them somewhere.
What I mean is so that you can show 1 or 2 indie developer games, but then you have not big budget but medium budget. So like let's say Project Z, it's not a big game, right? People are like really hyped up for it. But if they show something along the lines for footage for that, I think some people would be interested in that.
They did. That's the Asymmetrical Predator game. That's a first party game.
Yeah, that is a first party game.
Is it? Did not know that, but I just think that game itself, the Predator game, that game itself did not. I think that's gonna flop. To be honest with you.
They also
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of Predator fans if they legit get it right with the Predator feel.
This is good media we're talking about.
have like squads hunting the predator. It very much could be very done well. Like it could be done very, very well.
I can
I mean,
guarantee that
they're
developer
competing,
knows
but,
what they're doing.
but here's the thing: they'll be competing against a lot of other games, though, like Dead by
Like,
Daylight.
Dead by Daylight's trash.
who they competing against? It's a first party title. That shit gonna sell.
Dead by Daylight isn't trash.
I think it's trash.
I think it's personally boring. I won't call it trash. Some people
But
like it.
I know, like,
I cannot watch live. Like when I played it, I don't know, dude. It's just,
I mean, horror games like Dead by Daylight, World War Z.
World War Z, I don't know. World War Z. World War Z
World War Z
nuts too.
it looks interesting.
World War Z's gonna die out. It already is dying out because they gotta add content to the game.
Right, but
I know they have a bad gameplay loop.
But there will be. I know that pretty sure there will be like horror games that will match up to it. Because look, Friday the 13th did compete with Dead by Daylight, and Dead by Daylight won it straight off the bat. Now they're adding more and more content to it.
The reason why Dead by Daylight won was because legit, like freaking Friday the 13th had legit both its hands tied behind its back, and they couldn't create more content because of legal reasons.
Yeah, and
even when it came out the gate, the game had so much popularity they couldn't even keep the servers up.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it was followed by a big name, Friday the 13th.
Before the game came out in alpha, they had so much problems that a lot of people don't realize this, but like they had bugs where the not the killers, but the
people were floating around.
No, not floating. They were big people. They were like massive, huge. They grew in size, and they had to fix that. It took them a while before releasing the game.
I mean, that's the alpha state, though.
There's a lot of problems. There's people that are running on air. There's people that like got stuck on objects. There's a shit ton of bugs in Friday the 13th.
Yeah, there still is. Like I still see that. Like, because a few of my friends do play Friday the 13th. I still tell them, dude, why are you playing this game? This game is not. He's not gonna get any more updates. You might wait for something else. And he's
that
like,
game smooth as silk nowadays. When the last time you played it, dog?
Like, no. Last time I played it,
I played it just a month ago.
I gave up on that game.
Great.
I gave up on that game about 12 months ago.
You know a game does still run smooth?
Oh my god!
It's fun. I don't even play that game anymore, but like
it still runs smooth.
Yeah, like I mean, it's constantly getting better.
Yeah,
so.
I mean
that game's not fun to watch, bro. I'm not even gonna. That game's not fun to watch.
Guess what? They got a killer now, right? They've got.
I find it fun to watch.
Scary. The guy, the killer from Scary.
Wait, Ty. Do you think the game's scary?
It's not scary.
It's not scary. I said the character from.
No. People don't even really be playing the fucking the promo characters.
Now I know that a few of my friends do like the promo characters and stuff. So like,
depends.
There's a lot of people that stream this game. They still be using the older heroes.
It's because that's their favorite. That's their favorite character. Because you can just copy over all the. You can use the perks that are on the new characters on your old characters once you learn the teachable. So if you have a favorite character, you can just go back to the favorite character.
Yeah, they don't even really be having reasons to use the other characters.
It depends. It depends on what skin you like. That's literally it for the
for the killers.
For the humans, but for the killers, you have to, you know.
No, what I'm talking about for the killers.
For the killers, no.
I mean, for the killers, they're adding one more new killer, which is from Scary Movie.
I mean, but people don't really use them, is what I'm saying. They might use them for a couple weeks after they come out, then they'll go right back to the way it was.
It depends on how strong they are, because people like to use busted killers. Like the most strongest killers are like Hillbilly and Nurse, and people love to just fucking use Hillbilly and Nurse. Nurse was DLC. Nurse was not in the base game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm talking about the fucking promo characters, the ones from movies and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Michael Myers. Michael Myers is actually good though. When I played Killer, I actually used him.
What's the other
one? People play. No one ever uses them.
Freddie Mercury and Mike Myers they're both cool.
It depends on the situations.
Yeah, I mean the best.
If you have a build on the character, then sure. But if you don't have a build, or you don't want to play a character you don't have a build against rank 1 survivors, like you're just gonna get shot on. So
yeah, and like one of my friends is like he plays the game like continuously, and he always tells everybody about the killers. So he shows them the new different killers, and he straight up says that the different killers, the best one is the OG ones because they're easiest to use. So nurse and doctor, so they're
That's not OG though.
OG as
Both
in when the first when the first release is in DLC.
it depends. It
The
depends.
pig
Because
is vanilla, whatever the fuck his name.
Pig, like I can give you a tier list of like which is the strongest killers.
We don't
But
need
there
no
are some
goddamn
there are some very strong like new DLC killers though. It depends on how hard they nerf them. That's the problem. Like the
Yeah.
killer, like Legion, like
people
he
just
got
don't
nerfed
use
pretty
them.
hard.
That's
So
the
it's like,
only point being made, though. Like you. I mean, you might be telling us, yeah, they might actually be, decent little characters to play with or villains to play as, but people just don't use them. It's a gimmick, and it
it
doesn't
depends.
really
I don't
work
know who
out.
you like watch, but I know a person that like it's not a gimmick. They have different like killing ability. Like
Yeah,
what do you?
they have
It's not a
different.
gimmick.
I mean, the person I watch that plays Dead by Daylight, I mean, he plays different killers, and still,
Yeah, different killers have like they can have completely different play styles.
yeah, exactly.
What the hell? It like if you want to just no brain the game, yeah, just play Hillbilly. There's a lot of people that just no brain the game and just play Hillbilly because he's the easiest killer to use and he's the most deadly at the same time. So of course, there's a lot of dumbasses that just don't want to learn how to use other killers. Yeah, sure, yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, that exists. That's people
I
that
mean,
are just bad at the game. Yeah.
Maybe they'll just wait. Okay, so now they're just bad at the game because they're comfortable with a certain
I
killer.
mean, but the
He's
way
the
I
easiest
see it,
killer to use, and he's the most
yeah,
like
Okay, so if
consistently
they're
deadly.
comfortable with them, that
You
don't
can
make
play
them
with.
bad at the game.
Okay.
but the way I see
I'm
it,
not gonna
the
argue
game's
this.
balanced,
I'm not gonna argue this.
right?
no. But the way I see it, is
I'm
comparing
not
it
gonna
to,
argue
like,
this.
but
You
the
don't.
Predator movie comparing to Dead by Daylight, I think Dead by Daylight just like that will just include add on more DLC, and straight off the bat that will just it'll have a competition then.
Okay.
Real.
I mean,
Oh,
you said being balanced. If people feel comfortable with a certain hero, that doesn't really make them like cheeses or nothing. That's just who they comfortable with. If that's who they can win with, that's who they can win with.
All right.
Because he's the most easy to use, but you got it.
All right. I think we're done.
I mean, you saying that is like saying that they cheating. You said the game is balanced, though, right?
And it's like people that use the smart pistol in Titanfall 1, dog. So much skill, right?
I demand
I'm
some
comfortable
order
using
here. I think we went way off topic when it comes to.
Hey, Red Hook.
Yeah.
Red Hook, these dudes, dog. You don't. Oh, man.
Oh man, I should. But no, I'm not going to. Yeah, I think we got a point across when it comes to state of play. I don't know how we got into arguing
Whoops.
about
That would be me.
Dead by Daylight and Friday
Because
the
every time someone brings up an asymmetrical game, they gotta hold Day by Daylight to some kind of god standard.
Because it's the most successful.
Oh my god.
All right,
And it's the
I
longest
gotta break
going.
the ice here,
Like, what the
guys.
fuck?
So Aburo says,
What?
"Bring Alex in here so he can clap Blessed Red's cheeks again."
About what?
I don't know, dude.
Shut up.
Oh no.
Bro, shut up.
I don't know what Burrow means by that, but hey,
I don't know what the fuck he means by that too. In the Discord, I'd be making Alex look stupid. Like
Oh.
he called me a retard for literally not even saying anything. All I did was say, yeah, I'm looking forward to Rage 2, and he called me a retard off of that. I'm like, my guy, are you retarded? Like, hello? I didn't say that like that you ugly. I didn't say shit about you. I just said I'm looking forward to a game, and he says I'm retarded. Like, the man's brain dead. He's sometimes I like Alex, but sometimes he's brain dead.
Damn.
And he like, come on now, bro.
Bro, you got yourself into this, so I'm sorry. Take away his mod. Like-
No, dude. The moon face is trolling. The moon face is trolling.
Yeah.
It's joking.
I know. I'm just joking too. I'm joking.
Anyways, last gaming topic. Then we got some like couple interesting tidbits of movie slash TV. Well, not really. Yeah, there's one TV. That's it. Okay,
Wait,
so
we're not gonna talk about Astral Chain.
Astral Chain. What we gotta talk about Astral Chain?
The thick
No, we need to talk
on
about
the cover. That's what we need to
I
talk
need to
about.
talk about it.
Oh, I completely forgot. Bayonetta 3 supposedly news comes out next week.
Who cares? Fuck that nigga. Talking about
Oh,
Astral
wow.
Chain, though.
What?
So what about Astral Chain?
That thick ass character on the cover. That about
I
it.
didn't even see the cover. What the fuck?
Got you.
Oh man, you got me with a fool joke. I was thinking
You
of
should-
a poster or something like that. In general.
I do want to talk about that Mario Maker, dog.
Oh yeah, supposedly. Who wants to explain this Mario Maker business? Because I don't like Mario Maker or something with a voucher.
Oh, they pretty much they're making this is pretty much a joke of them not fucking lowering the prices of their game. Now it's like, oh, if you wanna have some type of fucking discount, now you can spend $100 instead of $120 for getting 2 games.
I
That's
mean,
pretty
I'm
much
gonna
it.
be honest. Like, if PlayStation offered that, I would definitely get down with it. Well, if
Thing
PlayStation
is, their
did it, it
games
would
go
probably
on
be
fucking
like $80.
sale.
Yeah, their games
It would
do.
probably be like
God of
$80.
War went on sale like weeks after.
That's why I
Well,
said it would probably be
they-
$80 if PlayStation did it, but I would still be down for it. They got the right idea. They just need to adjust the price a little bit. It's a fucking great plan, but it goes back into the fact that their games go on sale. And
I think it's just hilarious. Like
I gotta
people
say,
are excited
people mad
for
at
it.
the voucher program are the same people defending them for their games not going on sale.
Yeah, exactly. I just find that fucking hilarious. They're literally putting this program in place, like pretty much to troll. Like that's it. Our games don't go on sale, so we're gonna fucking troll you guys with this slightly less money. Here you
Like,
go.
I seen at least
Like,
3
what the
people on my timeline upset with the fucking program. They was like, "Fuck you," and I was like, "Well, their games never go on sale." Then they come back. Well, they hold their value.
No, I gotta say,
Bro, what are you
anytime-
saying?
someone slanders Nintendo, Blandrew fucking appears out of fucking.
Yeah, I saw that.
He just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? Why is this man? And then
Oh,
they got a weebish
and-
name.
And you know what? He fucking said that earlier. What, today or yesterday? Bro, what does he have to say now?
Like they
What the
start
fuck?
speaking
He
from
literally
the-
was like, yo, it's stupid for them to lower the price. Now they lower the price. What is he gonna say? Congratulations, Nintendo.
They
Like,
start speaking
my nigga.
from, yeah, that was.
Look.
I don't even know how we got into that conversation this morning, dog.
I don't know.
And it's
I
weird
wasn't
that
in there
that
at first.
conversation happened before this fucking announcement.
Yeah. And then Blandrew was defending them because he was like, bro, they're a corporation, man. If the fucking game keeps selling, then why should it go on sale? I wonder what his response to this
Blandrew
shit was.
multiple times. You're a fucking consumer, Blandrew.
I want to see what his response is to that shit. Oh my god.
Now his response is he got Nintendo over there gripping it forward and gripping it forward and gripping it forward and gripping it forward.
Man, you guys are roasting me, even though you
Yo,
Nintendo
facts. Gripping and
forward
forward.
dog.
Gripping and forward and gripping and forward.
Hey,
Pussy so
Blandrew's-
slick and wet.
Oh,
Gripping and forward. Gripping and forward. Forward and gripping.
listen to what Burrow said. I like Blandrew, but if you say Nintendo 3 times, he appears.
Oh, facts.
So much. It's like truth to it, dude. Anytime you mention Bayonetta, the man appears as well. It's like, oh man, you talking about my girl?
Like I can also admit there's an audience for this. Like there's 3 things good about this. One, it appeals to people who buy games digitally. I'm personally an all digital buyer. 2, it appeals to people who buy games day one. There's some games I can't skip on. I have to have day one, and I might just have to buy the voucher thing. And 3, it also appeals to people who already have like what's the shit called? The currency when you buy a game on Nintendo Switch, something that none of the other services do.
Coins.
Yep, gold coins. Like if you have the gold coins, you can redeem your gold coins to get the vouchers for a cheaper price. So basically, if you got $30 in gold coins, you can change it from $100 to $70 for 2 fucking games. Come on, dog, that's fire. But like I said, the same people.
Like, they just don't want to lower the price. They rather do this.
You're right. It's
Just
bullshit.
The
The people who are most upset at the fucking voucher thing, though, are the same people who will tell you all these Nintendo games deserve to stay $60.
That's true.
Which is bullshit. There's no God of War is arguably the greatest game to come out this fucking generation, and I can go get it for $20 fucking if I wanted to right now.
And then they'd be like, "Yo, the game just the games don't sell as well. It's like, my nigga, GTA 5 is the best selling game of all time. What do you mean?
That's like $20 or $30 GTA.
Exactly.
GTA for $12 sometimes.
Yeah, with the sales, it was like $12.
Everything depreciates over time, unless it's rare to get.
Not a
If it's
Nintendo
not, if it's a
game.
digital buy, you can buy this shit anywhere.
Nintendo games never fucking go on sale.
Motherfuckers be
Talking about Nintendo games don't go on sale. Fuck you thought this was?
Yeah, even like, dude, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should be like $15 or $10 right now.
I remember I skipped out on Oris because it never went on sale on the 3DS. Like I was like, damn, I feel like I shouldn't be paying $40 for this fucking game as long as it's been out, and it never went on sale. By the time
Yeah.
Oris went on sale, I was already playing Sunny Moon. So fuck it.
This is why the one night way is the way.
Oh man,
This is the way, though.
I don't know, dude. I can't go fully supporting that idea. But
It is the way.
Wait.
Problem I have is I want to play the Mario Maker new levels, like people like created levels.
yeah.
I can't do that offline. Well, I could if I just downloaded a bunch of them, but there's new ones that come out, so I have to be online for that shit.
Speaking of the created levels, shout out to them for adding the fucking dislike button. That was a problem.
Did
Dude,
you
I
see that?
saw like a live stream or something like that. Someone like disliking shit.
Yes, because they needed a dislike button. Like people would just upvote like the fucking dick levels, like the people who just wanted to see you fucking die for no fucking reason.
If you
People who
did
would
you
put you through a lot of agony just to get to the end and have it impossible to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the Discord thing I linked for Trihex? Yo, his reaction was fucking awesome, dog. Because he grinds Super Mario Maker for like a fucking living. He's a Twitch streamer, and his reaction, yeah, it was OD. If you haven't, look at the Discord. I fucking linked that shit. Like, oh
Which
man,
Discord?
the
User suspects?
press start.
Oh, I'm not
I
in there.
don't think he in the press start Discord.
Who's in the press start Discord?
Me.
Claudia.
Yeah, no, you would need to know Kofi for that. Like
Wait.
legit, like know him. And that's like the whole like Discord invite goes.
But I gotta say though, I did not expect them to fucking put a dislike button. That doesn't seem like a Nintendo thing to do. They just want everything to be happy-go-lucky, dog. I just find that actually like hilarious. People that make fucked up levels, like fucking one frame traps and fucking like find the hidden block, the random hidden block.
Hated those.
Oh my god, there's so many fucked up levels that are just gonna get downvoted to shit now. No one's gonna play them. I just find that fucking hilarious. But they are doing so many good things with Mario Maker too. Like, holy shit. Online multiplayer? Lit.
Online co-op too.
The fucking you can race your friends, that's OD. Like that's just gonna be fire, dog.
I think the biggest thing to come out of there was the voucher thing. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it, to be honest. Because it also applies to the new game. Like you could buy them now, and they're good for a whole fucking year.
Like Astro
You can
Chain.
use it on Astro Chain. You can use it on Ultimate Alliance. Shit, if Bayonetta 3 comes out, you can use it on that too.
Get the game.
That's a big if. That game ain't coming out this
Or
year.
you could just get the game for the free.
I will be surprised if
Free.
Platinum puts out 2 games this
In
year.
the same year?
Yeah.
That's just insane because they only have like 200 fucking employees. I don't understand how Astro Chain is coming out first when Bayonetta 3 was announced first. I don't think people have even talked about that. Like,
Because
what?
people don't listen to what we say about Latinum lames.
Oh man, Latin Lames. I'm not gonna lie, I will be definitely copying Astral Chain. Bayonetta.
I don't understand how Astro's coming out first. Like, how?
I don't know.
Bayonetta was announced like 2 years ago, right? Or
Yeah.
a year and a half, bruh.
Right.
People don't talk about that. Astro Chain was announced this year and it's coming out first. Like, bruh.
I don't know. Maybe it was being worked on before. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even tell you.
I just find that fucking weird as fuck.
Maybe with the trailer with Bayonetta was right when they started development. Because it was CGI. We didn't see any actual gameplay of Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, and they fucking like showed a clip or a fucking emblem, just like Metroid Prime Farming. People got hype. Yeah.
Yeah, so That game's coming out next year.
Also,
It
don't
comes out this
forget
year.
the tournaments are about to start back up, and there's gonna be one for Mario Maker also.
Oh,
That will be fire. I would
That would-
definitely watch that shit.
Wait. Anything else regarding the vouchers? Anyone wants to say about that?
Mm.
Nope.
I
You'll
do
draw.
like. Oh, there's one other thing that's pretty nice about Mario Maker. There's gonna be like an endless challenge mode where you basically get queued up into random stages, and you gotta go as far as you possibly can, and it's got like a leaderboard system and all that shit too. And I'm surprised they didn't let you do this online, but you can also like if you need help, you give a pass out your other Joy-Con, and somebody can help you make your stages.
Huh. Sounds dope.
Oh, and it
Wait.
has a story mode. My bad, I forgot to say that too. The first one didn't have a story mode. This one does.
Wait, are we just done talking about that? Are we done talking about the ticket things, or are we gonna talk about Mario Maker more?
I mean, yeah, we could talk about Mario Maker more if you guys want.
So, yeah, like there's so many fucking improvements to that game. I thought, to be honest with you, I thought it would be like slightly improved, but holy shit, like this is a true sequel. They added a shit ton of shit, a lot of quality of life improvements to the game and shit. That shit looking fire though. People said fucking 2019 is bad. Hey man, look at Nintendo, dog. They about to release some fire. Out
Hey,
here.
man, some people think it's mid.
It's only people that play on one platform, dog.
Damn. Had you heard of that?
I mean, I played on PC the most this year, so I guess that's the only platform I play on. I'm talking about this mid-ass year.
No.
Shout out to all the people returning their copies of Rage 2 because that bitch shouldn't be $60.
I don't know. Rage, that's another story. I have no idea. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't know. I'm not getting that.
The game is straight mid state Reggie.
Reggie. Oh man.
Stop this. You love Days Gone.
Wait. So I think
Days Gone is fire. I thought you said
Oh.
Rage. Rage is definitely mid, bro.
is there Rage? Yeah, no, Rage has 1 point higher than Days Gone.
Nah, that whoever did that is bullshit, bro.
It's on Metacritic.
One game could be funner than the other. I only played like an hour of Days Gone. I ain't gonna hold you, but Rage 2 looks a lot more fun.
Like an 8. Rage 2 is like a fucking 6.57.
Yeah,
The,
Rage.
the only thing driving Rage 2,
Or Avalanche game.
the only
That
thing
shooting
that's
is
really driving Rage 2 is the gameplay, but that can wear off.
That drove me. I didn't look at the story, to be honest with you. I don't know I didn't play Rage 1, so I don't know
But
the
it's
story.
to the point where unless you like progressing through the game quickly, like it'll pretty much die off for you.
So yeah, Days Gone is a 72 and Rage is a 73. That's
I
crazy.
heard that
That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit.
that bull.
I played Rage, bro. I got like I think what I said like 8 hours in. That shit is fucking
In
Wait,
Rage
from
mid.
the first or the second?
We're talking
No,
two different.
Rage 2.
Oh, Rage 2. Okay.
Wow, you 8
Yeah, I
hours.
got like
in?
8 hours in. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'll probably get it on sale. That's
I
just me.
played it a lot.
What
Y'all
else?
talk about Skull and Bones getting delayed.
Skull and Bone. Oh man, no, we haven't talked about that. I mean, that game is I don't know, spooky.
They're gonna make it like
I mean-
they're gonna make it like the Division, dog. Just wait.
The Division.
That's why I got delayed. They're gonna make that bitch like Wildlands.
At this point, unless I can sail with the fucking Greyjoy fucking sail hanging from my ship.
You're on Greyjoy, the Greyjoy fleet.
Yep, if I can't sail like the Iron Fleet, I don't even want the game, dog.
Bruh.
This man.
I forgot
man.
Skull and Bones existed, bro. To be honest with you,
That's
Sea of
because
Thieves.
Yeah, I have-
they've been dead.
Damn.
Mm.
I don't know. Ubisoft is just how it is.
When you think about it, this game shouldn't even be like taking. They must have some kind of robust ass story mode going on for this game to be taking as long.
Or might be just in development hell.
That's true.
Maybe.
All right, I think we'll do the one last gaming topic, which oh no, I completely forgot. Nintendo Switch sales have overtaken the PlayStation 4 Japanese sales now. So, what do we think about it? And I like personally, what I think it makes sense because Japanese people are just playing on handhelds a lot more, and they don't really care for the home console as much. It's like you see them always like playing on like their cell phones and handhelds like 3DS and Vita. Vita did like well in Japan, so and the Switch as well. So it makes sense. Anybody else got anything to say regarding the sales for the Switch in Japan?
That makes perfect sense. They're
I mean,
motherfuckers.
you know what
they
did sell
have all the
they-
time in the world to just play
Is
on the.
Burrow crying pony tears in the chat?
Oh man, I don't think so.
Oh man.
But you know, also sold well in Japan.
What?
Days Gone.
Well,
Yes, Days Gone.
Oh,
Mm.
bro. The hell? That's
Yeah.
that's actually weird.
By next month, Days Gone will be the #1 selling game of the year.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
You know, that'll
See-
say a lot about Kingdom Hearts 3, man.
Oh, see,
my
this is what you always got to bring Kingdom Hearts 3 into every
Knows it
single
all.
conversation, man.
I'm
I
gonna
hope
put it
Burrow
like
goes
this.
after you, man.
I'm gonna put it like this:
Kingdom Hearts 3 as well.
at the same time that God of War falls off the 12-month list will be the same time that Days Gone goes on to the 12-month list.
Man, I hope Sora comes like out of the screen and just like slash you with the Keyblade in the face.
He gonna haunt your dreams, bro. So I'm gonna beat your
He
man.
better have a magic spell or something. What the fuck the one he be using to shoot the
Fucking
Yo,
Keyblade.
all the attractions,
How
bro.
many
You
games
gonna get all the attractions.
don't know the damn
two?
Keyblade?
Two. I said he better use a spell or something.
What?
'Cause I'll
Fucking
fuck his ass up.
Firo? Firo?
I beat kids, though. Y'all should have seen my Days Gone playthrough.
The power of friendship is gonna make him beat you, dog. The power of friendship.
Maybe
I don't
Xander
know, bro.
possessed you.
Who said I was his friend? I beat his ass, though.
Oh man, so you're saying he beat
Burrow says, "I hope Hardhead becomes a nobody."
I'm already a nobody, Burrow.
Oh man.
Too late, fella. Yo,
I feel like-
I don't
I
know.
think-
So,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to talk about this, but I
What?
think there's this cool game that I just like found out about called Splitgate. It's coming to PC. I think it
Never-
was-
My guy wanted to tell you in the Discord. You late to the party on that one.
Oh shit.
cool story.
Yeah.
But there's this game called Splitgate, and it's like fucking Halo, but like it's like Portal 2 plus Halo. It's fucking it's crazy.
Not interested.
Not interested. Damn.
Damn.
Rejection.
Why not? You
I'm not
have
gonna say I'm
any-
not interested.
No,
I
I'm
just
not.
know there's gonna be some bullshit going on in that game, and I'm gonna get mad and fight my computer. So I'm just gonna stay away from it, bro.
I agree. I don't think I
it, though?
would be able to play it for more than 2 hours, but like it looks fucking really good though.
Until you get fucking sniped from 30 feet away from some dude setting up a portal right next to you.
but-
No, it's not. It's not even that. Yo, at
Wait,
one
wait.
point, he fucking shot a portal under this guy's feet and shot him from the ground.
Red Hood, guys,
See,
right?
I don't-
Guys, Burrow goes. Splitgate is Resident Sleeper.
Hey man.
Oh, it's definitely Resident
He
Sleeper.
really wants that next topic.
Resident Sleeper. Bro, are you a hoe? Shut up.
Whoa, man! Don't you be disrespecting Burrow, man. The man's a savage at times.
That's why I said that.
Never get on his bad side.
Hey man.
All right,
Anyway,
so we'll go to the next one. Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was showing off. A couple interesting things to note. Gameplay looks way better than Final Fantasy 15. Takes a massive shit on it and like throws the
Whoa, motherfucker!
Way better. I mean, it looks.
It looks like Final Fantasy 15. It looks way better. Fuck
How
you.
does it look better when it looks the
way
same?
better.
It looks
How
the
does it look
same.
better when it looks the same. I don't. What?
Ada cannot make good gameplay. Just to say that.
My guy, I'm gonna need you to re-look at the Resident or
Hey, Burrow, back me up on this one, my man.
Do me a favor, Ray Hood. Go ahead and download that free version of Final Fantasy 15 to your computer, and then open up.
Dude, I own Final Fantasy 15 on my computer, and I also earn Final Fantasy 15 on my PS4. So you can sit down.
My God.
Oh,
God, do we need to get you a
better.
new subscription or something?
And I also played, I think, 90 or 100 hours of Final Fantasy 15. So
Do we need to get you a new prescription?
Yeah, your eyes are fucking blind, bro. What's so different in the gameplay?
the gameplay is way faster paced. Oh, look at the Final Fantasy 7 remake more than 15. See, I'm not the only one.
It doesn't look much better than 15. It still looks like 15.
It looks like a fucking bro.
Yes.
It looks like one of 15's DLCs. Like, come
all
on.
right.
Wait.
Do you
So
have your
Barrow-
eyes?
When Barrow Red Hood just said, he just stated to you guys, they will remember you.
Oh yeah.
And then he does the Thanos snap. That's what he's just straight up said to you.
Bro. God damn it.
Boro is the man. But no, like, it looked way better. Because they butchered like the original combat of Final Fantasy versus 13 with Final Fantasy 15, to be completely honest. And yeah, the graphics look better. As well as they did change the voice actor for Cloud from the original trailer / Advent Children / Kingdom Hearts. Steve Burton used to voice Cloud. So I don't know why they changed the voice. Maybe Steve Burton is too busy with General Hospital. I have no idea.
You man said General Hospital.
The man, that voice actor does a soap opera. I have no idea, dude.
Jesus Christ.
But what else? Yeah, they changed his voice. They did, confirm yet again, that the game will be episodic. So there's gonna be more details.
First part 2025. Second
So they
part.
basically just following Final Fantasy 15's DLC route. Let's see.
Tabata's just legit had plot holes in his fucking game, and they were like, "Let us make an episode to explain these plot holes and to fill it in because we just couldn't write well."
And guess what? Nomura, wait, not Nomura. What's the fuck? That's that. Nomura was like, man, I like that idea. We're gonna do that.
No. Wait a minute. I can't have you slander Nomura because this was yet again planned with CyberConnect 2.
Yeah, it's been like that since the beginning, though.
Nomura
Yeah,
was
it's always been confirmed as a
or was
episodic.
never working on it with CyberConnect 2. They just put them onto the project after they put it in-house. So, and Square Enix mandated that it's going to be episodic. Nomura had no choice. Kingdom Hearts, he had a choice, and that game is a full game. So, there's that. Yeah, but it seems like there's going to be more information in June. So it does seem likely, and it's being hinted at that the next, the episode will come out, next year.
I'm telling you already.
They restarted development on that shit.
PlayStation is gonna. I'm calling now. PlayStation is gonna shut down E3 by doing a state of play right before it.
They're definitely gonna.
They could do a tailgate of it and just end it there.
Now, I'll say one thing though in the chat, right? Burrow said, "Bruh, just wait until we get closer to the game release. 10 years from now, it's gonna look better. It's gonna look night and day better."
Yeah,
Probably 10 years from
Some
now.
dumbass that said that we getting a fucking console announcement next month.
Well, supposedly Xbox.
E3?
No, I'm talking about the PS5.
No,
Like,
there's not going to be.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't make sense for them to announce the console a whole year before it comes out.
I think it's gonna. No, well, that would be more than a whole year.
They announced that.
Year and a half.
No, they
It's
could
not
launch it in June.
Well,
whatever.
I don't think they would. They like.
I mean, it just all they confirmed was that it's not coming out by April.
yeah.
Hardhead, who's the one who said that a PlayStation 5 was going to be announced?
It was some 4chan post.
Never believe anything from 4chan because they always get things wrong.
But sometimes they do get it right.
Nah, some of that shit been on point lately. They've been all right lately. I give them credit for that.
I've heard about 4chan in like 10 years, to be honest with you, dog.
Oh man.
I mean, 4chan has been wrong, and some things have been wrong about like certain games and stuff. But But like PlayStation 4, I doubt it's going to be announced next month. I think it's going to be next year because they've just looked for event PR. That's what they were looking for. So
I just realized what Burrow said. He said, "Wait till 10 years from now, when the game releases, it's gonna look like night and day."
10 years from now, dog.
Like I don't even know why people even hyping it, dog. Like
That shit restarted development. Like,
But even though Final Fantasy 7 said they're gonna, well, Square Enix have stated that they're gonna show more details about Final Fantasy 7 in June,
which is
right?
most likely their E3 press conference.
Which
I-
is yeah,
that's not confirming that the game is gonna come out. You know how many times they showed us information for fucking Final Fantasy 15?
I kind of want to confirm. I want to just say that I can almost guarantee that game is going to be across 2 generations. I
Yeah,
feel like that's 3. That's 3.
episode 1, I feel like it's coming out next year. I don't know how many episodes. I don't know if it's supposed to be 3 parts.
Episode 1 is supposed to come out on PS4.
Yeah,
unless they fucking like cancel that version and just say PS5 instead, depending on how late it comes out.
because people will get pissed. Same thing, like if you put The Last of Us Part 2 just on PS5 and not PS4, people will get pissed.
My teammates are nowhere around.
and it's the same thing with Death Stranding. If they don't release on PlayStation 4,
Yeah, agreed.
Reddit is going to be annoyed.
Well,
And I've already said to him,
okay, I said I would get annoyed for the people that have to get like a PS5 to get the game. Like I'm gonna get a PS5. I'll be fine.
and I've already said this
You
now,
will get
Reddit, I guarantee you right now, we're not going to see the game for this year's release. Guaranteed, and I was right.
That shit's gonna be across at least 2 gens, maybe even
We
3.
never
Though.
know, dude. Even though I said it, we never know.
I said you said it. You said it. You made that bet on me.
Hey,
You said,
man.
look,
Hey man, listen. A bet is what it is. A Prime subscription's a Prime subscription.
to who I choose, by the way.
Oh man, hardhead. There goes your Prime subscription. Big yikes.
Oh man, he taking them away from us.
It's a bet. It's a bet.
That community.
So I'll say this though, right? E3 was around the corner, right? Because I think this is something we can talk about,
Yeah.
right? And it's related to Square Enix, right? Do you guys think we will see more games such as the Avengers project, such as Tomb Raider or some other games?
Tomb Raider's on ice.
That should definitely.
That's on ice. That's on like fucking freezer now. Shadow of the Tomb Raider franchise.
Well, maybe like some Avengers or some other game.
I think Avengers, but I don't know what else they can show in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Probably the Kingdom Hearts like DLC stuff too, but that's only 3 things. And Babylon, maybe that's like 4.
They could potentially. What about the Guardians rumor? Why if that turns out to be?
I don't think it's happening. That or they'll show it off way later. Maybe they can, but I still think that's a no.
Yeah.
I have to dip out, Joe.
All right, that's fine.
All right, yeah.
All right,
I see it, man.
I see it, man.
I appreciate the invite. Burrow, go cry you some pony tears tonight, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Oh man.
So yeah, Octopath is probably going to be announced for PS4 and Xbox as well as PC. That's probably going to be an announcement. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's really it. Unless they make surprises.
I mean, there might be a few surprises for Square Enix. I'm guessing that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be taking the Sony slot, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's indicative to the quality of their conference.
They have to improve from last year.
It could be complete trash still.
They have to improve from last year though. If it's trash from like last year, people are going to be really annoyed with them.
To be honest with you, most of the third parties E3s are trash. To be honest, now.
Yeah.
The only ones that are not trash are like the small ones, like Devolver Digital. It's like the only one.
Devolver Digital and PC Gamer and stuff like
PC
that.
Games is now Epic Games, sure.
Wait. Epic's having its own E3 show?
Yeah, they're hosting the PC game show.
That's OD.
I thought that was funny.
Everybody gonna be booing in the crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably have selected people.
Now I swear that
It's gonna be an empty. It's gonna be an empty auditorium, whatever.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you right now, this year's E3 alone, like the Sony Microsoft press conference will just be like, some people will just be like, and then
Yeah,
when they,
Microsoft, like, I don't like see anything when regarding Microsoft. All I think Microsoft's gonna show is Halo Infinite, Gears 5 release date / trailer or demo, Forza,
They gotta show something that
a bunch of
some
third party games, and the playground games
oh, Minecraft.
of Fable. No, I think they learned their lesson with Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I think they learned their lesson. They don't like last E3. They didn't show Minecraft. I don't think so.
No, they didn't.
Fuck,
So
I
I
suck.
don't know what else.
I mean, they did Minecraft 4K. You remember that?
And also
That was OD.
Ninja Theory's game. That's it, really.
Yeah, they need to show new games because people need
Yeah.
to get excited for next gen.
Oh, and the
Next-
next generation as well announcement they're gonna show.
Oh yeah. Xbox will, like, that's the rumor going around. They're gonna. Will they actually show it off, or they're just gonna show the games running on it?
I think games running on it.
running on it.
Yeah, because I don't think like the system is way off. I feel next. Like,
Yeah, I
next
mean,
You think?
I see it next year. E3, we'll see it.
You think
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 is running on a regular PS4 or a PS4
Yeah.
Pro? Man,
Yes, I think
PS4.
it's been running on a PS4 Pro. They're not going to have that scandal because it would be pretty fucking bad if games like Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and The Last of Us Part 2 were on an actual PS5 instead of a PS4 Pro that they said this image was captured by PlayStation 4 Pro.
And
would
it's like I said to Red Hood though, it's right. I told him already that Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, because they're not going to be E3 this year, we're not going to see any of those games in 2019. He says, yeah, we will.
No, I never said what. Man, you are putting some words in my mouth now.
Bro, you did say Death Stranding. You did say Death Stranding. We're going to see.
Stranding. But why are you telling people that I'm saying?
bro, those games ain't coming out in 2019. Let's be honest, huh?
Yeah, those games ain't going to come out.
They are. They're gonna be like fucking like Beyonce album stealth releases. Like what the fuck?
I
Day
just-
and date? Oh shit!
Yeah, that's true. They'll be like,
Yeah,
oh,
they ain't, motherfuckers ain't coming out.
yeah, those
Well,
games ain't going to come out. And still,
Then again, God of War did like it was the release date was announced like 3 months before it actually released. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Sony doing
just
though.
but remember, between now and E3, there's still going to be bunch of announcements.
No, yeah.
Which is true. So they could announce 1 or 2 games. I could see that happening.
Mhm.
Like, release dates wise or something like that from Sony. Microsoft could pull something out the bag. But like the funniest thing is, right, they've just put old games from the PlayStation 4 era onto PlayStation Now, so such as Batman Arkham Knight and many other games are already now on PlayStation Now. And I'm just like, bruh, why are you putting on PlayStation Now? Even though you're selling like hotcakes on the PlayStation Store, even though it's low price, right? So it's kind of weird that some of the old games from 2015 are going on to PlayStation Now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I think we're gonna get some announcements, and I think they're moving slowly moving the old games onto PlayStation Now. I think for Sony, and I think Xbox will just be like, well, if you guys are doing that, we'll show new games and we'll get more people attracted, as long as it pulls a rabbit out of the hat. That's what they need to do at E3. If they don't, it's another year of disappointment.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Agreed.
I guess we can go into The Last of Us Part 2 and then go into the movie things. Last of Us Part 2 is like in its final development cycle. They're doing some hirings to, wrap it up. So this game is definitely coming out next year. I feel like it's coming out in springtime, which would be probably the best release window of that game to maximize sales. How do we feel about this, Red? You like them, kind of like announcing that and doing the hirings? Damn. Is Red gone? What about you, Jigga?
Wait, what happened? Now?
Oh, man. The Last of Us Part 2, being announced in its final development cycle and them doing the hirings for it to like wrap it up?
Uh, I don't know. Cause then I don't know. It's spooky when it comes to certain games. Like you have people come up saying, "Oh, we're close to finishing it," then some people like, "No, we're not." I don't know, bro. But if it is true, I'm happy because that means it's most likely we're going to get it before the PS5. So,
Hmm.
but at the same time, then it's going to be a cross-gen game. Then
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
definitely.
get on the Pro, then you're gonna be like, "Oh man, I wonder what it look like on the 5." You got to get a 5 and all this. I don't know. It's spooky. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. What about you, Talati? What do you think?
With the job hirings, it shows that they are wrapping up on a lot of things for The Last of Us Part 2. I still think that this game will be like maybe a spring, like March, April, or May release date. I can see that being a thing, and I think that they could show something at PSX.
Yeah,
But
definitely like December of this year.
yeah, I can see them either PSX or Paris Game Weeks will get something.
Mhm.
So that's what I've got to say about The Last of Us Part 2.
I feel that. Red, you still there?
Man's gone. He's
Man,
gone.
I feel that. Hideo Kojima has been teasing him making a trailer. I think this is the second tease. Jigo, what do you think? Are we going to see this trailer during E3, after E3, before E3? Like, what do you think?
I would probably before E3.
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess give them a little bit of hype since they're not going to be at E3.
Yeah.
Cause it is, yeah, I don't know.
My
You
bad.
don't know
But
what to
anyway,
say.
I can't see them doing much to like make this game seem better anyway. So it's like I would rather them just wait until they're closer to release, like where it's like we know we're releasing at this day. Here's enough of the game to get you invested.
Yeah, agree. What about you, Talati?
I mean, me personally, it's the fact that um I can see Hideo Kojima possibly announcing something. Uh, maybe in the next week or two. I don't see him after E3, but I think before, because he has been teasing before State of Play or the week of State of Play. He was teasing like working on a trailer or something.
Yeah, and then this week he also teased it again. So
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense for him to do just a week or 2 weeks before E3, right?
mhm.
And even though we've had like two E3 trailers back to back, I
Yep.
think I think it makes sense for him to do a third year before E3 anyway, regardless. And I still think people will still get tripped about it. And
Yeah.
I know exactly what your reaction is
Oh
going to
yeah,
be.
I think that he's gonna put the release window at the end, 2020.
Yeah, and you still lose, so
Hey man,
I'm still putting that on you.
Kojima is a goat. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
It might be a goat, but still, you put a bet for this 2019.
Hey Taladio, what about that Arkham 2019?
Okay, I'll talk about Arkham 2019.
No. We're not gonna talk about it. I just said, what about that Arkham 2019? Talking
I'll
about
take-
that ain't no 2019.
Bro, I already know something that you don't know, right? And the fact is that Warner Brothers games will be at E3 this year, and I was
That's
also
like last year too.
no, but I do know something else.
Mhm.
That a DC announcement will happen. No matter what, it will be a DC announcement. Rocksteady or Warner Brothers Games Montreal. It'll be one of the studios.
I don't believe it.
I don't
I
want
need to
another
see it.
Arkham, dog. Just leave
Yeah.
Batman alone. Do something else.
That's why I keep telling Taladia this,
Wait,
that
wait.
a lot of
They
the
said that
main
Wait,
like the
didn't
hardcore people.
Wait, I told didn't I or did I not say I wanted a Superman game for so many years
Oh
ago?
yeah, I mean yeah, you've said that. I'm just
But you
saying.
want
I
that.
feel like a Superman game would be whack, but I
No,
feel like
mean,
what
trash.
Rocksteady could do something. I feel like Rocksteady. Could
They're
do
making a
something with it.
team-based game. I know that. The Rocksteady is making a team-based game, and it's kind of like Destiny 2 type of thing. From the famous Jason Schreier who stated about this. I'm just saying though, it's like one of the studios will announce something possibly before E3 or at E3 something.
What if it doesn't happen?
If it doesn't happen and there's no DC game announced, but I won't be tripping about it. I know who will. It'll be the fan base. The fan base will definitely be tripping about it, and the fan base will be like, "Where's our DC game announcement? We've been waiting for like they feel entitlement." Because I said to somebody right on Twitter, and he got really he got really hacked off by it. I said, "Look, you're the one who posted the image of such and such stuff, and you're the one who tags us for every leak that there is, and essentially, it's not even come true. So you need to stop with that." And essentially, he got triggered by it, and like
Oh, man.
I put him on full blast. He got triggered by for the fact that I told him that you tag us in every fake leak that there is, and like I don't get hyped up for like any fake leak. If it's legit, then yeah, fine. But if like I'll go through normally, I send messages to a couple of people to verify it. But like I said, I mean E3 this year, I don't see WB and DC not putting out at least one DC game. I don't see WB not doing that. I see them doing it because if they do it, that does keep the fans on side. And obviously, we know Lego's making a Star Wars game. We know that, right? Lego Star Wars is happening because the hype for Lego's Star Wars Episode 9 is happening. So that's the way I see it. And Warner Brothers are doing their own E3 show, so they have MK11. You'll have a Lego game and potentially, possibly something. You might have a WP, you might have a DC game, or you have Shadow of War from Monolith Studio, whatever. Like, what do you think?
Okay.
I mean, what do you think?
I don't care. I told you. I said this multiple times. Games as a service could care less.
No, I mean like Monolith Studio. If they're
Monolith,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're not making a DC game because there's only two.
No,
DC
not a
games.
DC game at E3. Do you see them making another Shadow of War?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
No trilogy.
I mean, they would just basically it would be after Lord of the Rings. So, and you would be playing as the elf. And I don't know if a lot of people don't like her, so
You think
they would change everything.
So I heard the rumor that it's done though, the series.
Yeah, so then it's probably not happening. I don't know what they'll be making. Maybe a new IP. I can't say for sure.
Okay. So we can talk into movies anyway.
Well, I forget. Blessed Red didn't give his opinion on Death Stranding. More hints. I know. Death Stranding hints of the trailer. When do you think it's coming out?
What trailer?
Because he's hinted like last week he was making a trailer, and then the second week he had glasses with like the trailer in the background.
It's annoying that he's showing a bunch of people around fucking the United, like a bunch of people around the world the game, but not the fucking consumer, dog. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Maybe in the next 2 months, maybe. But
you think? I don't know, man.
Can't tell.
Like him hinting at trailers, I don't think that he'll ever release it like 2 months after.
I'm not a fan of Kojima, so I don't know his track schedule with shit. But all I know is like I'm seeing these pictures on Twitter of like him showing, like he's showing other devs and shit like the game, but like we haven't gotten anything that is actually like quantifiable.
I'm fine with him
proof of what
visiting
the
because he
game
gets feedback from them and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
And plus, a lot of people what they say and what they played is they're like amazed by it. So
yeah, but it's the same thing like with Cyberpunk. Like when people were like, "Yo, we saw a fucking demo of Cyberpunk. It was amazing." Like, cool. Can I see it? Like,
yeah, but like
I don't-
Cyberpunk though is way different. Like
They've been working on it
like
for a while.
CD Projekt Red's different. Has like I guess you say a different relationship with consumers than what Kojima does. Like he's always like that though.
Yeah.
Like throughout all these generations. So
yeah, I don't know.
he did with Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 5. Like a lot of these Metal Gear Solid games, he's done it like that. So, but it is what it is.
All
I
the
just
Metal Gear I played was 5, and I didn't even beat it. So,
I feel it. I guess now we could go talk about the movies and one TV show. It Chapter 2 showed up. I saw the trailer. Thought it was dope. I thought like I'm a big fan of it. The first movie, I thought it was fun. Like it's a true horror film. I feel it's the highest grossing horror movie of all time. And do I think It Chapter 2 can be the first rated R movie to make $1 billion? It's possible. It's very, very possible. I could totally see that happening with the hype that It Chapter 2 is doing. And I think the casting's on point, and Pennywise looks creepy, and I like that scene in the first part of the trailer was really, really well done. But yeah, what about you, Jigga? Have you watched the first movie?
Nope. I don't do horror movies. I don't do horror movies.
No.
Oh,
We're gonna go on Rabbit. We're gonna watch it now.
Didn't he say
Yeah,
that
I'm
before? I think he said.
Yeah, I've been said I don't do horror movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't listen, dog. Oh, yeah, spoken young people.
Damn. What about you, Red? Have you watched it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a fucking. I loved it.
Mhm.
I loved it. I can't wait for the second one.
Have you seen the trailer or no?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
Mhm.
I think. I mean, I think the casting looks good. I mean, I'm not like too. I don't watch many of these people's movies, or know their even names, but I've seen them act in other movies, and they pretty decent. Like the guy, like the Professor Xavier guy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah, Jim McAvoy. Yeah,
He's
like
a talented actor. That man is a very talented actor, especially in Split and stuff.
Yeah, I like Split too. I like that movie. Yeah, I feel like he's probably gonna do a great job. And like the woman that they showed predominantly in the beginning, I think she's a pretty
Beverly
actor too.
Yeah, she's playing Beverly. I forgot her name. I always forget that actress's name, but yeah, it looks really dope. And what else can I say, dude? I thought it was fucked up that Pennywise was just like Billy, became Billy again, like in the sewer, and he's just looking.
Yeah, that was. Oh man,
I was like, that's a big like. He's older now, and Pennywise is still fucking with him like that.
Yo, I love how he fucked with him. I'll say, my brother used to be like mad scared of it when it like the original It.
Yeah,
I watched it. I wasn't that scared of him in the original, but I think he was scary though. But the remake, that shit was. There was a lot of like pretty like good parts in it, a lot along with the jump scares. So
I was gonna say I feel the original is. It's hard because like we're in a time where horror movies are way more realistic than back then.
Yeah, the CGI, man.
It's like the CGI. So I feel like if we grew up around that time frame, it would have been scary for us. But because we haven't, and we play like a lot of scary video games that are like very realistic and stuff like that, we aren't really fazed by like the old horror movies.
Yeah, the CGI would be just like looking crazy. You watch like fucking old Friday the 13th movie, and it's like, besides the jump scares, you're kind of just like laughing at the fucking CGI, or like Nightmare on Elm Street, fucking like the fake looking blood and shit. So.
Exactly. All right, and what about you, Taladi? What do you think about the It Chapter 2 trailer?
I saw the trailer. I thought it's gonna be really good, and I probably won't watch it, but like because I'm not into horror movies, but I think many people will like it. So,
do we see this being the first rated R film to hit $1 billion?
I don't know how it's tracking. I don't know.
Because of the hype it's going around. Let's look at It Chapter 1 total box office, because the first movie is the highest grossing rated R
over Deadpool?
Rated R horror movie. Because the box office for the first one's a $700.4 million.
Oh, it's definitely gonna do better, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
First one was a really good movie.
Yeah, so it has the hype. I feel it has hype. So
considering, I don't know how many like scary movies that come out anymore. I know there's a movie called like Us.
Like Annabelle, all the Conjuring movie universe. La Llorona and some other stuff.
Conjuring movies, they still come out, or are they done with that series?
No, it's a shared universe.
Because like I I think the last movie I watched from that shit was maybe Conjuring 2 or Insidious 3.
Mhm.
But I personally love those. Like I feel like the first Insidious is like one of the best horror movies I think I've seen. Like that movie, that series is a great series, and that's for like new age horror.
Yeah.
The Conjuring 1 was pretty good too, but I think it is on that same like it's around the same ballpark. I won't say it's Insidious 1, but I'll say it's like a couple of notches under it. So
Yeah.
and I don't see any other like scary movies. I don't think any other scary movies are coming out anytime soon. So I think it'll probably hit $1 billion. It'll probably.
Right. All right, so I completely forgot. Spider-Man: Far From Home trailer came out last Monday, I believe.
Last week,
And okay, so Jigga, you did watch Endgame, right?
Alleged.
Okay, allegedly. So did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
no, he
you
hasn't
watched
watched
that
it.
bitch on the YouTube or something?
No.
Yeah, I
He's watched Endgame. He just has to say allegedly. So did we all watch Spider-Man: Far From Home trailer?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was funny that Tom Holland was like, "Oh, spoilers and stuff like that." If you have not watched Avengers Endgame, do not watch this trailer. And basically, kind of promoting Endgame, and we see it. And this is my whole issue. Not an issue. I like the trailer, but the whole theme of this movie is very, very reminiscent to Spider-Man. Spider-Man: Homecoming. And what I mean by reminiscent is that it's very much beat for beat, kind of like Homecoming. Like Spider-Man is following the footsteps of Iron Man in Homecoming, and he's figuring out to try, he then figures out he can be himself, be Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole point of the movie. That the Iron Suit is not what makes Spider-Man; it's what Peter Parker himself is what makes Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
In this movie, like because of Endgame, we know this is spoilers because of this, spoilers. If you haven't watched Endgame, spoilers. I gotta say that repeatedly. Come back in like 2-3 minutes. Spoilers. All right, I think that's enough warnings. We know that Tony Stark, bites the dust and sacrifices, right? And we find out basically Peter is like they're basically setting up Peter to have this role of he has to be the new Iron Man and all that, and he's going to be working with Mysterio, who's from an alternate universe, and they're trying to say there's multiverses by Thanos creating a snap, even though the writers from Endgame have even stated that they didn't know that the snap would create a hole in all the other universes. So there's that. So which means potentially Mysterio is lying, doing his tricks and stuff like that. And there's not really multiverses. So who knows? And of course, Mysterio will probably betray Spider-Man and yada yada yada. And basically, Spider-Man realizes he's doesn't have to take the mantle of Iron Man. He just be some, is Spider-Man.
Neighborhood Spider.
Which happened already.
Yeah.
This is the whole issue I have with it, though. It's like, don't get me wrong. I think the action's gonna look probably better than the first movie. Like, there wasn't much action in the first movie, to be honest. But like, I feel like that's gonna happen, and it's gonna have some good cinematography, like shots and stuff like that. But like, I feel like we're already seeing this type of story already from like the first movie, so I don't know why they're doing it again.
Yeah.
That's like, I guess my whole problem with it.
I hope they go a different route with it, but I don't know. I'm just more annoyed that this isn't a part of a new phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the last movie of the phase. Which I feel like Endgame should have been it, but what else?
Yeah. After Endgame, I'm just like, I'm gonna watch the movie, but I'm not excited for it right now. I'm still fucked up over Endgame, so.
I feel him. Jigga, what did you think about the trailer and Yeah.
It didn't make me like I was already going to see it. I mean, anyway, I have to, but I enjoyed the first movie, so I wanted to see a continuation of this. And like some people, I didn't like how fucking Tony Stark was like trying to. I don't know. I guess at the end he started treating Spider-Man more like a. But that was in his movie. That was in another movie. But he did kind of treat him like little son, I guess. And it's like
Yeah. He's like a
at
father
that point,
figure.
yes. But at that point, it's like he was older. Like I feel like he should have let him go out and bump his head because he's old enough to where he's not a kid. He's like a teenager, I guess. So it's like you gotta let them bump their head sometimes and learn on their own. And sometimes he was just trying to hold his hand too much. And the first one though, so that's why I didn't like that. So now that he's gone, hopefully he can learn while making mistakes and like get better that way. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, I like the trailer, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it though.
Yep. All right. What about you, Talati? What do you think
Uh, what do I think?
about the trailer? Yeah.
I thought the trailer looked good. Like, obviously, it did affect him in a well. I won't say why, but it does show what the effects has happened in Endgame and how it's affected him. Um, but also at the same time, you do get to see how Nick Fury treats Spider-Man, and also how there is nods to other characters in the Spider-Man film as well, right? And but the funniest moment, of course, has to be Flash Thompson getting hit in the nuts. Like that really was funny. Um, like, come on, it's funny watching that. But like, I just think I think this movie, like the trailer, was a little bit misleading, a little bit, but not so much to the point of what the movie's about. If you know what I mean, like Mysterio, because for some reason Spider-Man knows who Mysterio is, and he's never faced off against him before. So you know what I mean? It's like, how do you know this is Mysterio?
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, quick nice tidbit of information to give you guys regarding Avengers Endgame. It is at the box office at $2.4 billion. Avatar is sitting at $2.7 billion. And yeah, they have to hit $300 million more dollars to dethrone Avatar as the highest grossing movie of all time, which is getting harder and harder each week.
And they not gonna make it?
I don't know. Like, who knows? They're number two right now. They hit 2 billion faster than Avatar, but Avatar got re-releases and stuff like that, so it kind of built, you know, on the box office total. So I don't know. Do we see Avengers Endgame beating Avatar? Because like
Yeah,
this week's prediction, it's like John Wick's supposed to overthrow Avengers Endgame this week,
I
being the
doubt
number
that.
one movie for this week.
I doubt that.
I don't know, dude. It's supposed to be the number one movie for this week in terms of. I think it's domestic for like America.
Hmm.
I
We'll
don't
have to
know.
wait and see.
Because it beat Detective Pikachu.
I don't even know how long it's gonna stay in the theaters.
I should stay probably ending of June. But Captain Marvel is still in theaters since like Avengers Endgame, so it's probably a while. So Burrow says I do. Who else? Who else says that they're gonna make beat Avatar?
What do you mean, B Avatar? You mean it's gonna go a second?
No, in terms of box office, like is it gonna be 2.7
Oh,
billion?
my bad.
Yeah.
Um,
I
if it's going and staying for another month and a half, maybe. maybe.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I think. Plus, don't forget the hype of Ultimate Alliance 3 will probably boost that as well.
The
To
some
go on.
weebs, they'll go out and buy it.
Hopefully,
Yep.
the hype for the Spider-Man boosted.
Yeah, supposedly
Yeah.
Spider-Man Far From Home is tracking high in the $200 million range for opening weekend. So maybe Spider-Man will hit a bill.
Oh, right. I'll tell you something though. The Spider-Man Far From Home tickets are more expensive than Endgame. It sucks.
Not mine.
Really?
For me, it is.
No.
I don't know
It's
why.
more. I don't know why, but it's like opening day, first day, it's more expensive. So I'm
Hmm.
just like,
Did you
uh,
like buy it in different format, like IMAX or Dolby Atmos,
no, 2D,
2D? Huh.
and it's £10. I'm just like, no, I'm not paying 10 quid. I paid Avengers Endgame for like what's it called, £9. Was it £9? No, I think it was 8 or £9, I believe. And this Spider-Man movie was £11, 11 to £12.
Oh, that sounds like $9 in America.
Yeah,
That's not that lot.
for me it is.
But
Yeah.
I did get the 10 popcorn thing for Avengers Endgame because of AMC. Thank you, AMC. And a poster for Avengers Endgame. So, time to talk. One last topic. Me and Jiggle will probably disagree on this topic. It's going to be like one like factual topic regarding this show and give our thoughts on this whole show. So, Game of Thrones, season 8, episode 5 broke ratings. The Bells brought in 18.4 million viewers. So it's been breaking, viewership records and stuff like that. So quickly, Jigo, what do you think about them breaking ratings records yet again?
It proves to me that all Game of Thrones fans have no taste. Cause those episodes are trash.
Oh shit!
But I'm being no. I was just joking. But like,
Oh, are
all
you?
seriousness,
Because we have an interesting time to talk.
I was watching. I'm watching it. It's not great, but I'm enjoying. Like, yeah, there's things that they could have done better. They could have went with more episodes to like space it out so it isn't just like
Uh-huh.
it's like they're jump cutting instead of like actually filling out the story.
Okay.
It's good so far, and it's good that they're doing numbers, but at the same time, it sucks because it's like this is it. So yeah.
All right. I guess, Red, what do you think about it having 18.4 million viewers for that episode?
It's a lot of fucking viewers.
Yeah, for a TV show. Yeah,
Much as I can say.
I think it's higher than Walking Dead with
Yeah, I was
their
about to
highest
say,
rating.
Yeah.
Because I think the highest rating for Walking Dead was 17 million or something like that for one episode. I think that was the highest. I don't think they ever hit 18 mil. I think it's. I wish they did this like breaking records when the seasons were good. All right, so me and Jigga are gonna have a discussion. I made a couple videos regarding Game of Thrones, and I'm going to be making a couple more videos tomorrow, talking, giving my thoughts on what the showrunners said in the inside episode of The Bells. I will be pausing, talking, giving my thoughts on what D&D are saying, because I've been having a lot of issues. We won't go into spoilers for the sake of people who haven't watched the show or are planning to watch the show. And I'll say this. I did defend season 7, even though I knew it wasn't good. I defended it because I thought season 8 would make up for it. I defended the teleportation. I defended like a logical plot. I defended some characters not acting like themselves. And season 8 just slapped me in the face. They slapped the shit out of me and were like, listen, Red Hood. We want to show you how fucking trash our writing is. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck happened with episode 3? What happened with episode 4? What the fuck was this in episode 5? It's like, listen, when there are things that are happening, and I won't say what, but when there are these shock values, quote unquote shock values, there are certain character arcs that should have happened that don't happen. Something with the Night King. I won't say what, but there was a character leading up to a character confrontation. D&D's logic is, well, this person was the most logical, but we wanted to subvert people's expectations, so we thought this person would have done it. And the writer who made Game of Thrones, which is based off A Song of Ice and Fire, has had an interview, and when people guess, he said when people guess his theories and stuff like that, and what he's been hinting at, he doesn't change it. He doesn't say, well, he gives the analogy of when there's a butler was killed, and it's a game, like, and it's been hinted and foreshadowed that this person killed it, and someone figures it out, that in the story that they figure out who the true killer is, then you should not write it where you're changing it and creating plot inconsistencies to have somebody else kill it to subvert people's expectations. That is not good writing. That doesn't equal good writing. That's trash. Certain character arcs also regress, and they don't have any time to, time for more scenes to regress. I will say Varys acted out a character. He's very smart, and I won't say why, what happens and whatnot, but he wouldn't be doing the things he were doing, and even the actor said the same thing. Tyrion's a dumbass since like season, actually it's halfway through season 6 to now. Like even the actor is like, what the fuck? I won't say why he thinks he's a dumbass in the show, and he's just like, I didn't think Tyrion would be dumb like this. That's what Peter Dinklage was saying. Jon Snow, really no point to him this season. People are like, well, why is Jon Snow like even important now? I can't fucking say. What else? There's a certain thing that happens in episode 5 doesn't make sense. I can understand the foreshadowing to leading up to that foreshadowing, but does not equal that should have happened. There should have been more scenes leading up to that like event that happened. That like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is happening? Like that type of thing. Jigga knows what I'm talking about in episode 5.
Yeah.
And Euron fucking teleports out of nowhere. Just to meet Jamie. Thought that was stupid. And there's a scene that I won't even guess what it was. Jamie gets captured. Jamie gets the excuse he's a dumb Lannister, even though like he gets caught because of his hand, golden hand, right? Season 7 finale. He covers his golden hand going up north. So I don't understand why he didn't cover it in season 8. I guess writing inconsistencies doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, and then Arya being in the episode 5 didn't make sense as well. And the Mountain is actually more tougher than a certain other character. I won't say names. Overall, very disappointed with the whole season. I just feel that George gave them the points, but D&D could not connect it at all. And I saw the leaks are true, by the way, of Game of Thrones, and the way it ends is complete and utter shit. It is complete and utter shit, and it yet again doesn't make any sense plot wise. And this is for the who rules basically, and I won't say who does. Doesn't make no fucking sense. It just contradicts itself, and it's dumb. And I'm just like flabbergasted that this happened to Game of Thrones. This is it. This is the final season. They could have had 10 seasons total. HBO offered that. HBO offered them a bigger budget. HBO offered them more episodes. But the showrunner said no, because they want to go fuck off and go work on Star Wars, which is the next trilogy, which the first movie's coming out in 2022. So yeah, D&D, aka Dumb and Dumber. You guys made a shit show. That's me though. I'll go more hardcore in the next video, and I will probably talk about the leaks in another video before the episode comes out because this was a big disappointment. Jamie's whole arc progression, and it just did not make sense. They needed more fleshing out to make more sense. That's how I gotta say. Chico, what do you think?
I feel these writers got exposed. Without the books, it is showing that they can actually write. Like the books was basically carrying them along, and then when they ran out of, they just start throwing shit at the wall, and it doesn't seem like they know how to write a coherent story with each and every moving piece. It's not just moving; it's moving for a reason, and it's affecting the whole story. Like I feel like they just like this person moves, man. And there's no reason for it. They're just moving just to move. It's like, bro, I really feel like I could write some better shit than what they wrote, but it sucks.
Oh, the fan theories are way better than what actually happened. Like the fan theory, that's crazy fan theories. And when they were writing themselves, like the Last War, they were writing it like, and I'm not going to specific spoilers. They were writing it where I won't say what. They were trying to make this an equal fight. Congratulations, that the writing consistency did not happen. And I won't say what, but that's ridiculous.
It's really disappointing.
Shit got nerfed and all that. Whew.
Like, yeah, they really did. Like a lot of people, like they nerfed a lot of characters. Like certain characters are supposed to be smarter than they actually make them seem.
Tyrion's a dumbass. I feel like you need to like look at that shit. Like look at the people that talk about their own characters, and they're like, oh, "Wow, I can't believe my character did that. It was way out of character." Yeah.
I don't know, but then I forgot what I was gonna say. Man, my brain sucks. Yeah, it just sucks, bro. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like, if you read the Harry Potter books, you could also always tell that Harry Potter was going to defeat Voldemort. Yeah. Well, imagine this: she was, people figured that out. Let me change it and like, look, Hermione defeats.
Yeah, Hermione defeats to subvert expectations.
Like, just because some people know the story, you still have to execute it in a way that surprises them. You can still like they can know basically what's going to happen, but you can still do it in a way that like, oh, I didn't see that going like that, or
like have a situation like, oh, I guess he's oh wait no, or something like that. Like George said that shit. George, the writer, said if someone guesses it, I'm not going to change it. You know, that just makes it bad writing when you change shit around and it just doesn't make any sense.
Because he's a good writer, they're not. He's proven that, bro. Mm-hmm. The reason why his books are so fucking good and they fucking can't write without him, like, bro, suck ass.
Yeah, like the funny thing is he's talking more about the prequel shows than the actual show itself. that tells you something. He doesn't even tweet about this show. He tweets about the Last Kingdom on Netflix. He tweets about that show. It should tell you something.
It just sucks.
Yeah, and all the prequel shows he's like very happy for, and I think he's like heavily involved with it. This one, he like Game of Thrones, he's just not. And it's like it just exposes the showrunners because they got offered more episodes, they got offered more seasons, and offered a bigger budget, and they were just like, no. They could have said, you know what, we're just gonna leave the show. They could have done that, and then they could have hired other showrunners. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it has to end with them. It doesn't have to. Other shows got different showrunners before.
Well, they fucked it up now. I don't want nobody else to do it, bro. It is going downhill already.
Like I'm more excited for the prequel shows now than this. Like, oh man, like Jigga, you don't understand. Like the leaks for the next episode. Oh man, they're bad. It's bad. Really, really bad.
But I don't want to. I want to watch it, but I got. I think I got a feeling who could run. I don't like it.
It is like the
Yeah.
worst. Like it just doesn't make sense. That's what I'm just like done. Like this show, man, just like it's dead. It is dead. It's done. Burrow says this is going to make them look bad because it exposes that they suck without source material facts. That's all. Like seasons like 1 through 4, like 5 and 6 were good, not as good as seasons 1 through 4. Then 7, I fucking defended 7 because I thought 8 would be better, and this is when they ran out of source material. Like I thought it would be better, and B, I thought there would be a better payoff and more fleshed out like character arcs, which didn't happen. It's like they go from like A to fucking Z, and now like A to B to C to D. You know what I mean? Goes to A fucking to Z. That's happened with one of the characters, which is like, oh my gosh. Foreshadowing is completely different because people fucking fans will, like the fanboys will say, well, you see, they foreshadowed it. No shit, they foreshadowed it. But they didn't flesh it out to that point where it makes sense for that action to happen or occur. But this person killed these people. They're the people that won't say the character, but the characters that died. Those people are awful. They're not innocent. Completely difference between innocent people and people that deserved it. Talking about children and stuff.
But the way they had him die was fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like what they did is like that's like me saying, "Look, I'm going to the NBA," and all of a sudden y'all see me tomorrow and I'm in the NBA. It's like, wait, how did you get into the NBA? Like the me getting to the NBA will probably be more important, a more entertaining story than like me actually being in the NBA. And that's what they just like cut out all the good parts just to get to the end. And it's like, bro, what? Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's showing. Like people are now starting to realize that the show's writing went downhill. Like, don't get me wrong, the episode had good cinematography, good directing, and good like acting, but that goes down the drain with the fucking writing. And I feel so bad for those people. Like Miguel, I love Miguel. Man did Battle of Hardhome, Battle of the Bastards, The Long Night, in this, and it's like he has to work with crap writing. I mean. It is what it is for him. It sucks because he's a talented director, but he had so much. He had so little to work with. So, yeah, but that's that with the podcast episode. I'm glad everyone hopped in, came to the episode, watched. We peaked at 10 viewers, which was good. And I think we're at like 10 likes or something like that. So people that are watching now, make sure to hit the like button. And as well as make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already, as well as the bell notification so you guys can get updated as when my videos go up and when the podcast goes up. And I will be making more Game of Thrones videos tomorrow. I'll be dissecting the inside episode, what the showrunners have to say for themselves. So look forward to that. And then the next day we'll probably go deep dive into the spoilers of episode 6 this season, the series finale, which you'll see like the leaks were true statement, which you guys will know not to click it if you don't want to know. And I'll very much talk about that and talk about why it doesn't make sense. And of course, I'll be making a review of the last episode and probably a review of the entirety of season 8. And then if you guys want, if interested, I will maybe do season reviews for each of the seasons of Game of Thrones. So let me know about that. And yeah, and if you're watching this as a past broadcast, make sure to hit the like button. Comment below what you guys thought about the topics, what you agreed, disagreed with, It will be greatly appreciated. And make sure to follow me on Twitter at RedHood240, as well as my Twitch at RedHood420. I will try to stream tomorrow. No guarantees. But yeah. Jigga, where can they find you at?
Hey, I appreciate everybody who showed up. We had a good episode today. Some little scuffles or little kerfuffles of people going at each other, but it's an all good. Just like we all get along. But y'all can check me out on twitch.tv/JGabriel. I stream. I hope y'all have a good night, people.
Black Red, where can I find you?
Oh, and stop with the spin off for Usual Suspects, bro. I'm gonna have to fight you out.
Oh, man.
You can find me at Blessed Red on YouTube. 2 words.
All right.
That's about it.
All right. You can find me on Twitter, which is at Taladia Plays. Twitch, same thing, Taladia Plays, and also YouTube. I am currently going to be streaming this Saturday, and I'll be doing some E3 predictions and discussion with you guys and the viewers. And on top of that, I will be doing Batman Arkham Knight and possibly Rainbow Six Siege with some of the 2-bit content guys. So make sure you come and check us over at 2-bit content on Twitter and also the 2-bit community. So yeah.
Yeah, and also make sure to share this video with your friends, people that are interested in the gaming podcast / movie news and stuff like that. It'd be greatly appreciated. We do appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting us, like Buru, Utaka, Unforgiven, and yeah, those guys that were like heavy in there. You guys are awesome, and the lurkers. Shout out to you guys, and yeah, so hope you guys are having a fantastic day. This is the Overleveled podcast. Signing off.
Not a spin-off.
I'm a spin-off.
Wah, wah.